Everything you have in stock, give it to me. Welcome to the adventures of how to order online.
We've been trying to order online for at least a good 20 minutes.
Nope.
It's been
Damn.
15.
Damn.
I haven't been paying any attention.
$10,000.
So, if you want to use...
Okay, recap last session.
So,
let's do it.
last session, you were transported violently to
People pay
another
me back.
station.
Violently, we got zapped like a freaking butt ton.
And it felt like you were being flayed alive, yes.
So, this one?
And then you were sent out on an emergency mission
Not the
immediately
804849.
to recontact
The one that you
a
usually
colony
use.
which had
The red one. Rid
general,
of the other one.
just like a general
One
recontact
is,
team already
Not
visit,
And
which
disappeared.
did not respond whatsoever and still's not. Landing on said planet, you found it deserted.
It deserted.
Straight white bread.
Straight away.
No, he's eating straight white bread.
Oh, I thought you were saying the people were straight white bread. I'm like,
Why does it have to be straight, man?
we don't know we have Jonathan.
Because if they're not straight, you can't maintain a stable population.
It's true.
If everyone was gay, you'd run out of population.
Unless you're a sucker.
Wait.
Everyone.
So if China wanted to reduce their population, they just make everyone have to be gay?
That would work.
How is a better question.
How would you enforce that?
Anyway, you search
Same
around
way you
your
would force
landing,
anti-gay laws.
your landing zone on the edges, on the
Cripple
outskirts
everyone's
of
career if they don't be
a,
gay.
Okay.
on the outskirts of a suburb, and then
More like
heading
a
towards
city.
the city.
Oh yeah, we were in the.
You landed at the edge of a suburb
Oh, okay.
because you wanted to land outside.
I thought you were saying that's where
In
we
the
were.
abandoned city?
You are now in the midst of the suburbs.
And I am
Heading towards-
standing out the top of the freaking thing with a heavy gun.
Yes, you are.
Because
Congrats.
why not?
That's where we left off.
Oh.
You guys speeding down the roadway.
How fast? Like 200 miles an hour?
Oh no, there's too much obstacles for that kind of speed.
yeah.
You're
Wow.
Reckless.
You're more like 40. Again, you're not belt buckled and are belly up against a.
No, I bent
Edge.
it over. Remember? I cut it.
It will still cut you in half.
Yeah, it's still sheet metal.
Yeah.
If you've ever worked with sheet metal, it's a bastard that will cut you 12 ways to Sunday for looking at it wrong.
No, he's not wrong.
I have a scar from barely touching the shit. I put my arm inside a freaking truss, like leaned out, had my arm touch it, came back and was bleeding profusely.
Sheet metal's a bitch.
Yeah.
Especially torn
Okay.
sheet metal. Anyway. What do you guys wish to do as you pass through desolate streets and empty houses?
I'm gonna
Do we have a horn?
Scope.
Can we like actively be honking to see if anyone moves?
Car does have a horn. Do you wish to make noise?
Yes.
No.
Sway.
I'm in the driver's seat
Pull.
and I'm
He's the
not
one-
pressing
No.
the horn.
So plague,
No.
vicious extermination.
If it were a plague, there'd be sick people.
genocide.
Not a plague, not an extermination, not genocide.
So what do you think it was? A mass evacuation?
No. There's too much the same as it would be. It's as if everyone simply disappeared.
Any of the
what
buildings
caused
just-
Everyone was teleported to another plane of existence.
A lot of the doors to the houses you pass are ajar. There doesn't seem to be anything.
Body snatchers.
They're not violently ajar, more like they were opened. A lot of the streets are fairly clear. There are some vehicles abandoned, but nothing.
I need to rechannel my 3D voice. Hello?
Fail.
Hello.
I'm a parrot.
No, she's one of those Furbies.
Hello?
I love you.
He died in a fire.
Look, I cleaned up a decent area.
You will let them at you.
Yeah, almost. Now I have a pooping thing, Derek.
My guess, everyone was hypnotized and let out of their houses.
How do you do a mass hypnotism of that level?
I have a poopy thing around.
I don't know, I'm a little bit too.
I'm too lazy to find my poopy thing.
Alright, let me get back to my character sheet.
Here you go.
So which way are you guys heading? Are you still heading towards the city?
Yeah, this is the only place we saw any sign of life. Life.
Bye. Pretty.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, I
Yep.
ripped all my
Do I
dice.
get the advantage?
No, he's
Can we make it a great group check?
No, you are perceiving.
Okay. Cool. Give me 1 minute.
Is it because he's in the
You can
passenger
give him
seat?
advantage since you're up top as a watch.
I gave you advantage.
I am being assisted. Fantastic. Perception.
He's in the passenger.
+4. 21.
You look around as you pass by these desolate houses. Most of them, the power's off. You do recognize like native fauna, but there's animals and flying creatures. There's bugs, just no sentience.
Okay.
There's some yards where you pass that looks to have like animals that used to be there that broke out. There's a couple yards you pass where there's chained corpses where they weren't
Of
able
people?
to. No,
Oh, no,
like
of animals.
pets,
Oh no.
where they were unable to escape the confines and died of starvation.
So they've been gone that long that a pet could die of starvation.
How long does it take for is it cattle-like? Is it like a cow that I see that would be chained up?
No,
What's the closest approximation I can think of as me, Joshua?
like a ferret dog?
Like a dog?
Yeah, it's like a long,
So
Wiener dog.
kind of, except for more ferretish in like shape.
How long would it take for
A ferret of greatest size.
How long would it take for a small dog to die? Anybody know?
A week of starvation.
A week?
Do any of you have medicine?
I do.
I have Arcana.
If you have medicine, you can make a medicine
I
check.
have wisdom in general.
I got medicine just in case I need to patch Derek up. 14.
14. Most creatures can last a couple weeks without food.
Well,
Without water, it's days, if that.
yeah.
So did they starve to death? Or die?
Do the lawns look like they've been continued to be watered?
The lawns look fairly green, or equivalent.
Well, but you won't notice lawns not being watered for a few days.
A week?
You won't notice.
I mean, if it's
They
Utah,
look
maybe.
lush and overgrown. And a few of the places you pass,
Overgrown.
in
That
fact,
worries me. That
are watering
worries
the
me.
lawns on automated
That
systems.
is the first thing so far to worry you?
What?
No, it just is the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
You are now getting closer to the transition into the city.
That's the first thing that's
Oh,
given me an idea
A
of how
week and a
long.
half. of
You're slowing down a
Yep.
bit as the streets are being clogged up with like old vehicles.
To the sidewalk.
I left my notes.
Did you figure out your thing?
What thing?
The order thing?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I end up paying for it all.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Well, I got $15. And
Fantastic.
So, as you approach the city, you give me a perception check.
I'll give you advantage, if I may.
That's a D8.
Andrew, you good?
I'm tired, guys.
For that, you can have advantage because that was pretty fucking funny.
guys, I got there.
That didn't help.
That's a D8.
10. I could have gotten better with a
I
D8.
can understand mixing up a D12 and a D20. But how a D8?
I just grabbed the first dice I saw.
That's a D8.
Most of the lights that you see that flickering are like things that would be automated store lights. And a few vending machines.
But other than that, all the lights are out. So that means they didn't leave like they were forced out.
So,
Hypnotism.
one at a time, people were taken away or mass exodus
Yeah, but out of their cars in the middle of the road?
Hypnotism.
It's just the collectors.
Maybe not
The
hypnotism, but
collectors have
mind control.
returned.
Enchantments.
The collectors.
That does sound legit. It does sound like something they would do.
You know that old story
the
of like,
collectors did it. The whole premise of Mass Effect 2.
you know the story of like the guy who played on his lute and lured kids away from their families.
Peter Piper.
Piper.
Yes, yes.
He was a
Yeah, but
Piper.
on this scale, I don't think even a level 40 wizard couldn't do that.
You are now on the outskirts of the city,
Unless
looking
you get, like,
around. You've
like
hit an open
30 level
spot
40
on
wizards.
the road into the city.
A lot of people.
We've only seen one city, though. You'd only need an effective range of like.
How many
5
bards
miles.
would it take?
5 miles is a pretty big effective range.
Even layer actions aren't that big.
This is the grandest city of the planet. It's what we right now would call a first world country,
Okay.
but for the purpose of the campaign, it would be a third world. It is backwater.
Okay.
Despite its grandiose, it is a younger civilization that was trying to gain acceptance and was on its way, but has lost contact.
Okay.
And everyone in it. Was there like an alarm and everyone went to their hidden bunker somewhere?
Out of the.
Give me a perception check again. Well, actually, you did the last one. Freedy gave me a perception check.
Okay.
Tiny one in the back of the car. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Are we still able to give advantage on that or no? No? Okay. We know, but it's
would
at
be-
least been 2 weeks. So whatever, if they did run away,
11.
they were either stolen or ran. Well, ran being the wrong word. Left.
Yeah, but then what happened to the crew? The people who
You
came
s-
2 weeks ago.
You are
They went with
taking...
Presumably.
The road you are
Actually-
on is the road out of town, but it's clearer than the road into
Did we
it.
ever obtain the black box from the ship?
Yes, you did, and you turned it over.
If it's
No,
we-
I mean the ship from the people who disappeared 2
Can
weeks
we
ago.
go to the embassy?
embassy.
Can we go to the embassy by ground? I didn't want to land there just in case that there was
Yeah.
enemies, but can we go to the embassy by ground and see if the ship is still there?
The embassy is closer to the center of the city. It'll take a little bit to get there, but yes.
Let's do that, yeah.
Let's head to the
Okay.
embassy.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
all
Thank you for pointing
is there
that
a
out.
higher concentration of abandoned vehicles the closer we get towards the middle?
Yes.
There is. You're starting to run into a bit of trouble weaving through parked cars.
We don't have a monster truck. We can't go on top.
No, you can't. This is a ground-based vehicle.
Not a vehicle-based vehicle?
It's not a helicarrier.
Who wants to volunteer to be Sonic the Hedgehog and we can run up the building?
You're about an eighth into the city now. You're into the city proper, surrounded by... Why are you getting all, like, springs?
No, this
I'm
is for
so
chainmail.
Oh.
He goes through and he cuts, like, right there. And that's one chain.
Okay.
And you just go all the way.
Wasn't it technically ringmail then?
Yeah, it's ring now. Chainmail is riveted.
I can't run up buildings.
I have a sword.
Give me a...
You're not to bet that too much.
You.
It's the shortest.
Give me a perception check.
I even put my dice. They're around here somewhere.
Did you put them in the trade that you were just reaching for?
No, I didn't. Thought I did. They're up here.
Different tray. Okay.
Don't worry, Derek. I know. I won't bend it.
16.
Alright, as you slow down and look for pathways to the car, and as you pass a side alley, you see a humanoid form
Can I jump out?
in a... You don't see it. He does.
Dang.
You see it in the flickering as you drive past.
You gonna just stop, just slam on the brakes? Hold on! Take some slashing damage.
Bludgeoning.
I'm gonna drive around the block.
Okay. As
They wouldn't have
you
forgotten.
take a right turn
Well, the
and do a loop, You come back,
The entire civilization.
and out towards the middle of the
Would have
street
forgotten.
is a ragged-looking individual
I don't know. That's my question.
who's looked as if they've been sucked of fluids, churning towards you, silently staring at the car and starting to trot towards it.
Zombie! Zombie!
It does not look dead. It just looks as if it's dehydrated.
Have we ever
Zombie.
had a picture of the,
I'm afraid I don't have create food and water, guys.
What do you wish to do?
That is like the most useful spell ever.
did we
Not
ever
in a
actually
futuristic
get to see a
hospital.
picture of the inhabitants of this city? No?
It looks pretty. Actually, you did. They were almost. They were pretty standard build for a humanoid species.
Okay.
They looked a little bit puggish, but nothing too odd, really. In front of you is a creature with sharp features, lanky form, and hard nails. Not at all the creatures you were told to look for as inhabitants.
But does he have the same size and build?
He looks. Give me a medicine check, actually. This would be applicable.
Or would that be nature?
Medicine.
Medicine. That's to do with health.
12.
They're a bit tall. They're a little bit taller.
Could be one of the crew members that came down.
Do we know what the last crew was?
Oh, you continue to slow your
races
car?
of?
Sure.
Do we know the races of the past crew? Of the last crew?
No, that was not
Derek's gonna break us
information.
out of prison. He's got bolt cutters.
So, you slow the
Can I contact the ship and ask?
You slow the car to a crawl, not yet.
Okay.
And as you do, you can start hearing its moans over the soft thrum of your engine as it approaches staggeringly. And as you stop, it continues approaching.
Just say, identify yourself. That's not that's my other character's voice.
I'd like to get out of that. Is there a clear path forward?
Yeah, it continues just its approach. With a raspy, dry undertone of a voice. Just,
If I were to shoot it in the leg, it would die.
Yes. Can we deal non-fatal
getting a
damage
little
with
bit louder.
knives?
What?
Can we deal non-fatal damage with combat knives?
Do you want to get that close?
Probably
Are
not.
you getting out of the car to approach it?
No, not yet.
You're still inside the car. So,
Not until. Well, that's a question outside of character. Does my character believe he can deal non-fatal damage with just his combat knife?
there are techniques where you use a rounded, like,
The
punch
hilt
of an
kind of?
object. Yeah. To incapacitate things. That is a
Does this
thing.
thing seem nearly incapacitated already?
It seems frail.
You know, it's a flaw you can take, right?
Hey, big guy, you want to get out and knock it unconscious?
It's about 5 feet away from your car right now.
I don't like that. I don't like
Can I
that.
jump? Can I climb onto the top of the car and then jump on it?
It is now climbing onto the hood of your car.
Shit!
Just take your combat knife and
Can I just smack
It is now right in front of you and making you attack
Just
against you.
Can I?
Kill it!
Can I just smack it with my gun?
Just shoot it!
Does the 19 hit you?
Do I have a shield up?
No.
You
19
Let's
heads.
just take a tissue sample. We don't need the entire specimen. Just shoot it.
You take 3 points of damage. Above your damage is it?
I'm just gonna unleash a beret of bullets. Do I get advantage?
I actually get disadvantage because you're shooting in melee.
Oh. That didn't help. Only a +6? 10?
10 misses.
Seeing it attack him, can I get out of the car and move about 10 feet away and then shoot it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Give me a
Pass me
attack
that pencil.
22.
roll. It's dead. You blast into it. With the are you shooting with your gun?
Yes.
You blow a hole through it. A shower of dust falling behind it, and it crumples.
On the car.
Is that attacked enough for you, buddy?
Oh, let's get out of here.
Behind you is 2 more.
Oh.
Let's
Can I
get the
attack
hell
them
out
too?
of here.
No, let's get out
Actually,
of
can
here.
I get into the car, roll down the window, and then shoot? Do we start moving? There.
Derek,
Get the
start
hell out of
moving.
here. Let's get the.
Do we start moving?
Sure.
Do I have disadvantage on my shot?
From firing from moving platform?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable. That would be 18.
You feel one. It's same fashion. Its head off in a blast of dust and collapses. The last one staggering after it. It's not that fast.
Huh. Okay.
Do you start off?
What
Yeah, let's
kind
You'll be a little-
of dust?
I'm gonna keep my gun trained
His
on them as we
Necrotic dust. He's
Can you
shooting
grab
it
the
with
body that's on the hood?
he deals necrotic damage, so
I'll hold,
Sure.
can I hold on to the body that's on the hood?
sure.
After all,
It has like a hole through it where next to its spinal
It's good for
cord.
gripping.
All I need is like an arm, so I don't really need the whole thing.
Just
You could try and tear off an arm.
Not while we're driving.
So you start driving.
snap.
You've come to. You have an intersection which will continue on in a rough circle all around the outside of the city,
Are we heading to
or
the
you can
embassy?
turn
Yes.
into
Yes, we're headed
a
towards
path more centerward. The path more centerward starts getting clogged with cars, though.
Okay.
Can we take the sidewalks?
We could go
You
by
have to
foot.
exit the car.
Oh no, I mean with the car. Are the sidewalks big enough?
Okay.
We could go by foot.
No, there's actually very many cars parked on the sidewalk.
We would
The
have
more
to climb
centerward
over.
you get, the more cars you would start running into.
Let's go
Vehicles.
to try to find the center of these cars. Everyone in
Something
agreement
clear
there?
to them all. I'd like to hold an action to fire at anything that moves. Not anything
you
that
left,
moves,
You
anything
left
that-
that
I
other
move.
creature behind.
I'd like to, but I'd like to be prepared to fire at anything
Unfamiliar.
that approaches.
Unfriendly.
That approaches that is not allied with me.
Alright. Up
Bird
ahead,
moves.
as you drive more centerward into the city, there seems to be a block of vehicles. This stops you. And as far as you can see from here, it's just the streets are packed.
We gotta start walking, guys.
As you pull up to this and slow, there is one of the creatures crawling over the top of one of the cars. And,
There's gonna be
Make
more
sure.
the closer we get.
Yeah.
10.
misses.
Fantastic.
As
Anyone else want to shoot?
Can I try?
You only need
As
one
your
bullet.
shot goes off and off the top of one of the vehicles,
Press.
about 17 more heads pop up.
Get out of here! We need to get out of here!
Are they all packed together?
Yes.
Frag! Frag!
As you,
I throw a frag.
Okay. Your turn.
Are they close enough for that?
what is the throwing range that I gave you for that?
30 to 60, I think.
30, 60?
Yeah.
They're at the farthest edge of that.
So I have to roll with disadvantage. Oh, good. I rolled higher than I did the first time. So, unnatural 20.
Wow.
Nice.
I rolled a 14.
You see 3 corpses just fly out
And
of
the
the
cars
corner.
would kind of explode too.
Not really.
There's no gas?
No.
They're
There's no
not
fuel
run by
in these
gas.
vehicles.
It's electricity, baby.
There's no fuel in these vehicles as far as you can tell.
Because they didn't blow up.
Why was there fuel on our... Oh, it was parked.
It was parked.
Without
It was
being-
parked. It was parked at the edge of the suburb.
Yeah, so they didn't leave hastily, but they didn't leave their right minds.
So as you throw out frag grenade,
Now they're on fire.
you see about joining the first 17 is another group of about 30.
Jet,
And
there's
they've stopped
47
to
of them!
form, and as they get close together, the eyes glow, and you see them straighten a little bit, and they get faster.
Oh.
Derek,
Fuck.
get us out of
We
here.
got out of the car, didn't we?
No,
you haven't yet.
Derek, reverse.
Back up.
Reverse.
We're going quiet.
A wave of these creatures start staggering over these cars, trying,
I
leaping
just start
and
firing?
running. Yeah.
Drive!
You
fucking
take-
drive!
You take out just a line of them, and it doesn't
With an
slow
20,
them.
just
It doesn't slow them as line of line. You use about 15 rounds
okay. I'll
Of-
mark that down.
of these creatures fall before you, but they keep coming.
21.
As I assume Derek is starting to get away from this.
He better.
Yeah.
Slam reverse, flip you and rev it. Out from behind you
Let's
staggers
go!
about 3 who are still slow, and you just over the top of them, running them
Can we
down,
do
and they just
bludgeoning
fall
damage
over.
with the car?
Oh yeah, they're dead. They fall to pieces. You have a spray up across the front of the windshield, a little bit on your chest.
You mean the back windshield?
No, they've
Front.
turned around.
Oh,
You are now heading away from the center. There is a
the
street
center is
which
too
can
dangerous.
go off towards the side. Do you wish to go directly away, or do you wish to weave into the outer side
How
streets?
intelligent are they acting right now?
More than you previously saw on the Lonesome.
Okay. So they have a collective intelligence. That's concerning.
But they're
As-
not. But they're not the same
Hive
size as the
mind.
humans that would be here.
They,
But they're
So they are
dehydrated.
they could be
Yeah, but that would make them get taller.
It could be more, or by an outside
I mean,
force.
But
What?
it's not.
They are the collectors.
You start going, and as you go, the sound fades in the background, but still a soft from behind you.
We need to get like from on top and actually land in the embassy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to head back towards our spaceship. We need to set up proper interstellar communication.
Yeah.
Hey.
thought they already did
You
that.
guys good? Back in the ship? You good?
Shit.
Fuck.
As I said, we need to set up proper interstellar communication.
Kurt, Kurt, I starting to get a signal. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's
This
up?
is not the ship, by the way. Who's this?
This is Private Trapper. We came.
Are you military?
We were an escort to a
Relief vessel.
small. No, it was
This is
a
an ambassador.
Ambassador.
We were an escort to an ambassador.
Don't go towards the embassy. That is not good. Do not get towards the center.
We just figured that out.
We noticed.
Look, I'm starting to come out a little bit. You passing by? Flip. Turn on.
Alright,
Turn around.
I'll turn around.
Alright, reading you better again.
What's your exact location? Can you tell me?
We'll hold up inside a schooling building. It's a multi-story one. We're on the top floor. We barricaded the lower levels.
Okay.
Be quiet.
How quiet are the cars? Did they notice those?
Oh, they'll notice cars.
We
Get out
gotta
of
go
the
by
car.
foot.
If you,
Actually, has the noise behind us faded? The noise that was
a bit.
Okay.
So they're still there.
We're getting out of the cars. We're going
It's
quiet.
been a while, like 4 or 5 miles since.
Oh, it's gonna take a
anything,
while. Unless they're still running, then.
Oh, even if
If you
they're
can,
running.
ditch the car a little bit further away. You'll find us.
This could
If
be
you're
a
going
trap,
from
guys.
center,
Hey.
you should be able to find us pretty reasonably. Follow a sign that looks similar to a bird with a red circle around it. We're next to that symbol for the hospital. We're next to that.
All
School
right.
next to a hospital. That is amazing.
Okay.
It's down the street from the hospital.
I've got a question. Who won?
That's actually way common. What do you mean amazing?
Where
The school
I
here is
grew up-
right next to
Pilot.
the
How,
hospital.
Where I
how
grew up-
complicated would
Red
it be to
Bird with a red circle.
rig the car to keep going in one direction for a while?
It would crash.
Well, yes, but it would still be making noise. I
It wouldn't
want
be
to
that hard.
attract
You
them
just
away
take a
from
little bit
us.
of rope.
Are you proficient in hacking tools?
Yes. So is he.
Oh yeah, it's a smart car. Duh.
I'm expertise. in
It's a
hacking
smart
tools.
car, guys!
We're both good.
One of you can make a roll with advantage.
Derek? You have better better proficiency. You have expertise.
19.
For more than a bit of a distance, you could probably hotwire it like that. Get the systems to do that for a bit. But as soon as you get out of range, and it seems like there's something stifling communications, it would lose that functionality. So for a couple miles, about 2.5 miles, you would be able to do that.
I'm sure we could
But
just
it would
hack
still
into
be
a
running,
whole bunch
right?
of cars at the once and use them as weapons
It
just
would
to
crash
kill
after that.
those guys.
Well,
And-
but it would still be the engine would still be running. No,
Maybe.
the entire system might crash.
Usually when you crash, it kills engines.
That's right. Smart, actually intelligent vehicles.
And it's one of those hardwired things in there
Yeah,
to stop
I figured.
further disaster.
One of those hardcore things in there.
Yeah.
I figured it was hardwired.
So are you taking this plan of action?
Do you want to?
Sure, why not?
Which way do you
We gotta
point the
get
car?
to any
Yeah,
survivors
we want
possible.
to keep it away from the direction we heard the intercom.
We just
When we
know
flipped
they're
around,
zombies.
was it more clear than when we first drove by?
A little bit. They've
All
tuned
right.
in the signal.
So I have a rough direction that I'm heading in.
There is a sign,
Because they're right next
there's like
right
a
down the street from the hospital.
post sign on the
Oh,
side.
does it have an arrow?
Yeah.
Fantastic!
Have you seen those road signs
Yes,
before where it
yes.
says like hospital this way?
Well, I can't guarantee that would be in this world. But they would have something
It is. It is. It's one of those convergent evolution things where, knowing how to get to emergency places is useful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As
Okay,
you
guys, we're headed that way.
as you quickly
So you hotwire it away from that.
treat the
we
car,
stealth?
and
Can we use stealth to go quietly so we don't track these things?
I was
you start to hear it at the edge of your perception as the car powers off into the distance.
Fantastic. I love it.
As you're starting away, and about 3 minutes later, you hear that was not as loud as I hoped. A very loud crashing sound,
Oh no.
and you've lost complete signal to the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't hear the horde anymore,
The,
and you are heading towards the hospital.
the car took
Hey,
out.
can we roll stealth as a collective group?
Wait, why are we heading towards the hospital? We're supposed to be heading towards the school.
Because
The hospital's
Because the
right down the
hospital's
street
right
from
next
the
to the
school.
school.
Yeah,
It's
we're-
within sight. So,
Do you still read me?
yeah, I read you.
No, I don't read people.
We're sending.
okay. So
Tell us what the sign next. Look for a sign. We'll send out a scout.
I thought you barricaded lower floors.
Yeah, but we still have scouts.
Does that mean that most of the school buildings clear?
Most of the higher school buildings, it has a cross to another building.
Perfect.
Does
And
that seem common on most of the buildings I'm passing?
It's not uncommon.
Okay.
It seems like sister buildings generally have them. If
Alright.
they're on the same block, one or two of the buildings will have a cross between them. And you'll see, and it seems to be like an office building next to something more for recreation.
Never seen like a 5-story school. Unless it's a college.
For all we are aware, it could be a college.
So I want you to do a
History?
roll, stealth roll, now,
Oh,
as you
all of us.
said you wanted to do.
Natural 20!
that would be a 12.
I need to take my rings off.
Do you not have heavy
Ah.
armor?
No, he's a
remember?
barbarian.
I'm a barbarian.
Alright, I thought you were a fighter for a second.
3.
Oh god.
3,
I thought I was
3,
worse than
12.
Yep.
A
A real
28.
sip.
The criminal's over here.
That is our one
Well,
job.
I'm like talking on the phone. Oh, you asked me to look for a sign? What's the nearest sign I can see?
Punch him in the shoulder.
Shit, sorry.
I'm being significantly louder than you. Whatever I'm doing.
You're yelling.
Tripping over a bucket. But no, with some help from your more shitty side of life companions, you're able to
From the
moderately
hood
be quiet.
life.
Crystal vortex.
Literally just pick me up and I'll stop making
So
So the hood life is helping you city folk to
fancy folk, and
Yeah.
I'm communicating. I am communications opposite.
I am sneaky.
So that's why you don't shut up.
I'm practicing.
No, that's why
Clearly.
they're in communications.
so about a mile more. I've got eyes on you.
Shit, we're being watched.
You can't hear this. Shut up.
I know.
You see a shape wave. Well, you should see a shape move in, well, it's pretty obviously a wave.
Can I shoot it?
I make one single motion.
I'm kidding. I kill your friendly
That seems to be you. Come over this way, I'll show you the rest.
Alright, let's
You're
go.
gonna be like Skyrim and a whole bunch of guards after me.
Guards?
Shut
That's
up,
worse than
criminal
guards.
scum. You're not talking about of this loading screen.
So he's standing next to a parked vehicle, a like a goods transport. It looks to be a human. So you're the other ones they send, eh? I knew they'd eventually send someone after that shitfest. First crew.
What happened to the first crew?
We landed in the center.
We didn't make that mistake.
Yeah, no. The moment that we got closer and heard no response.
Yeah.
Wait, what would have happened if we did? You would have had a TPK.
Maybe somebody would have realized that somebody's landing in the center and helped you, but
We landed on the outskirts about... How far away from the center?
Probably 100 miles.
not 100. Closer to
That's a big city.
closer to like 30. It was like the very
Yeah, we're on the
outskirts
suburbs.
of-
We're
Like
in the
30
suburbs.
miles from the edge, but I ain't getting contact with it. With the ship, I'm assuming because of the static. I'm not sure if they're alive.
The center's a hive.
Center's a hive.
Why am I going to Irish? Yeah, the center's.
Accents change all the time.
I know, I'm terrible with accents. I can't keep them
That's
consistent.
why I don't even try.
The center's. It's really bustling. I'm sure you've noticed the in traffic.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to really get a firm grip on what started it, but those are the people.
You're part of the first crew. Anybody else make it out?
One other, they're still unconscious.
Can my tools take electromagnetic readings?
Or
I probably
hacking
would
tools?
have asked this a long time ago, but I completely spaced it.
I don't think hacking tools can, but engineers' tools can.
Fair enough.
We have engineers. Well, we've
Can your tools take... Do you have engineer's tools?
He should.
You have them, you're not fully proficient in them yet. So you.
I'll mark that
But
down.
they can take electromagnetic readings. That
One
might
half-
be a good thing to do.
Half of
How's the delivery coming?
It says it's coming. It should have been here at 24, but it still says it's in the not yet left phase. There's the car. He's getting the food now.
You're stalking him?
Yes. Da da
That
da.
is what you do with DoorDash.
You do stalk people on DoorDash. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of creepy. Anyway,
Where are you going, Brian?
Ricardo, where is my Chinese?
is
I'm opening my mouth like a baby bird, Brian.
Oh my god.
You can watch them completely miss your house.
They've hooked. They're using a recreation center that off the end of the pool. Off the
In the
pool
pool.
center. It has a pool in it. Off
Recreation
the
center
edge
with a
of
pool.
the school. There's some civilians in there. It's pretty clear around. We can only get a couple a day. How many?
Yeah.
I haven't taken account, but around 50, maybe
That's it?
more.
Out of this entire freaking city?
I-
Less than
Out of
100.
out of these couple miles, we can't contact anybody else.
There's probably more places like this.
I hope so.
I would assume so.
We just kind of watch the frequencies, and whenever something lights up, we send out a call.
I'm glad I had that on.
From what we can tell, this this isn't good.
Well, duh.
I'm glad you can intuit that.
I'm glad they finally sent some military.
There's 4 of us.
There's one of me.
That's still some good guns,
Yeah.
and our guns recharge.
So you said there's one other with you.
He's not doing well.
You want to take him back to do you think we can make it back to where we landed? We landed in the suburbs, 30 miles, roughly at point.
Can we take
direction I
all
believe
of the
it is.
people there?
I doubt our ship can fit 50 people.
We
Yeah,
should
but we
fit
can do
50
trips
people.
back and
Come
forth.
hither,
It
Ricardo.
takes about a week for each way.
A week to walk?
No, a week to get back to where
To
we
walk
were
would be a day to
flying.
walk. To
He teleported.
to use the ship, it'd be
He teleported.
it'd be
He was
about
here
a
and
week.
now he's here.
To get all those
Each way.
people?
Nice.
No, for each trip. The ship's really small. It is a courier vessel. You were like the biggest group it could hold.
After the first trip, though, we
Packed
come
to the
back.
gills, it could take like 12.
If we went once, or were able to even get communication out, we would be able
We
to
set up
send
a
for a bigger
teleport?
ship.
A teleport pad?
Not one
We should
that's
focus
powerful
on
enough for
setting
send
up
people.
interstellar communications.
We do need to set up interstellar communication.
Can we set up an
Do that off
antenna
the
here
top,
on one of the roofs of the buildings?
If we have the resources for it.
We could utilize antennas that are already there.
It's true.
So-
There is a grander communication center at the embassy. It's full
Shit,
of-
like we're getting there.
We
I know.
blow up the embassy. Blow up.
Did you bring explosives?
We just start nuking the town,
Not more than a couple of smaller grenades.
and we already
Grenades.
used one.
The ship we had wasn't really armed.
It's not like it's just a
Well-
military vessel.
They were.
It might be smart to send out a group, but I hope you guys stay a little bit.
Me and if we're going, it's me and Derek, and we're stealthing him.
Well, what I want to do is I want to take us back
I
to
mean,
the ship
I
that's
mean
30
to
miles
the
away.
to the ship to
center.
take a group of civilians.
Oh, I meant to the embassy.
No, we're not going to the embassy.
Going away from the town
we can
isn't too
mirror his
hard,
edge it, we'll
but
be fine.
What?
We can mirror his edge it.
Yeah, let's do it.
there's not really anywhere to go. Just on this mud ball.
Go across the building rooftops.
What's the nearest planet?
I do have proficiency
system?
in acrobatics.
Or that's inhabited.
I have proficiency in athletics. Does that count?
Preferably.
Proficiency in athletics. Mirror's edging is a combination of
Uh,
both.
That's fair.
Not close.
Yep.
There's a reason why it's been until they reached this before they were contacted. It's a ways out. I don't know what your ship is like, but if it's a good embassy ship, then its times are probably more relative to actual itself than world, so still closer to 4 days to a week.
Frady
It
is
took
doing
us like a
leadership,
week.
leadershiply things.
You probably were sent to a closer station then.
Here's what I want to do. I want to get the 6 of us. There's 6 of us, right? Well, the 5 of us plus your 1 companion.
Technically,
Back
that's
to the
extra
ship.
sweet, Jonathan.
See if the ship is still
Let's
unharmed.
sacrifice Jonathan to these creatures and see if it appeases them.
No. You wish.
Anything with a hive mind, that won't work.
We would need the entire planet sacrificed. Anyway.
It really depends how good the shielding on the ship
Because
is.
this is halfway between the flood and the collectors.
Well,
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware, we didn't.
You're walking to a building. One of the buildings seems to have a lot of vehicles around it, parked in front of it to blockade its doors, and it has a bridge connecting to a unblockaded building.
How intelligent are they? I noticed that they got
Oh,
more
dumb as
intelligent.
rocks.
Until they get in a group.
Until they get in a group. The bigger the group, the scared they are.
It's like, yeah.
Do we know how far away they can be from the group before their intelligence starts decaying again?
Line of sight usually.
Last side?
But it's fast. But once you start getting towards the center, they move in packs. They stay together. They don't split. It's the ones you see out here. You have to be careful of the bait.
Oh.
Don't fire off a gun unless you know. Well, laser weapons, wouldn't they not be very loud?
They don't break the sound barrier.
They are quieter.
Because my
What about my gun?
Did you still bring the corpse of the one?
yeah, it's still in the car.
Okay. In
Well,
the car?
In the car?
Yeah, it was on the car.
God!
Question, you got one of the bodies lying around?
There's a couple. You look around, and every couple faces there's like a crumpled.
I feel like I need to keep track of that body. There's just bodies everywhere.
I take a small sample of some of the tissue.
We cut off a finger or two.
He cuts off his
Keep so.
nose.
Its ears.
That was my whole point.
Okay. Well. Work.
Where's my food?
In this bag
Do
over
we
here.
want to split this, or do we want to just eat one thing every? Because if we want to split it, we need to get plates, or we're just shoveling out of these things.
Plates would be useful.
Yeah.
Good luck. Because I know you're not walking upstairs. To the
There.
DM.
There.
You enter the building past two of what you were shown to be the natives, and they just nod like. "These
Will they
ones?"
turn into...
The natives?
Yeah.
More than the natives trying. Whatever it is, it's not picky. If it walks in 2 feet, it's gone.
If it what?
If it walks on 2 feet.
Oh.
You're lucky you have your generators.
Wait, if it walks on 2 feet. So are there things that haven't been torn?
Yes, all the
Pets.
animals. All the thoughtless animals. Most of the dogs died.
The side, which like he points out to one of the ferret dogs.
So it probably requires a high level of intelligence to sustain itself.
Okay.
Maybe not necessarily, but a decent level, I'd assume. Otherwise, there'd be civilians dumber than rocks that somehow survived it.
Once
Why in the grand scale?
when they get close, they
Alright.
start warping you. Whatever it is, it's not
You
physical.
do.
Why do you think I got so many? Hey, we're friends for.
We're not talking to you, Cortana. You're not our friend.
We said friend, but you're not our friend. You die.
So anything. So anything besides pets, cattle. Is there? Do we have food and water?
There's this pests. Tiny, like, creepy little bastards. It makes them into them. They get real hungry, and then they stretch and. Ugh.
So this is one.
I think it counts more for how its spine is.
No, that's like the flood again.
Whatever it is, it's not natural.
Can we pause for a few minutes while we figure out?
Go get plates.
He said there's not any.
There's no disposable.
Nope.
Do we want to use regular plates?
Yeah.
Merrick? It says how.
I don't know, because we don't usually have a lot on hands.
Do you have 3?
See?
I'm being watched.
Hello and welcome to us eating.
We have to survive somehow, guys.
What question do you think I asked? I asked if we had food, like the survivors.
Yeah.
mean, whatever they are, they don't know how to use vending machines.
That's right. Just smash a couple vending machines and you got some food.
Okay. Well, it's not usually a penalty where I came from anyways. But it's sustenance. What matters.
And it doesn't spread by the water.
Okay.
So from what we found, you can use the taps.
The plumbing still works?
Yeah, it's mostly automated.
Awesome.
Dude, it's plumbing. What world you from?
Yeah, but if the power goes down?
The plumbing still works.
No, but in like...
shut the pumps down.
Yeah, it'll
You won't
shut
be
the
able to
pumps
get-
down.
You won't be able to get it above ground level.
Power's not down.
Power isn't down.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. If power goes down, plumbing goes down.
I was told like most of the systems are automatic. Then there's a river not too far away, maybe like 70 miles. It has a dam next to it.
Maybe 7 miles. That's pretty far away by foot.
Yeah, by
Alright,
foot,
I guess
by car ride,
I'll
it's
go
like
raid the
a couple hours.
kitchen. Unless, Derek, you want to do anything.
He's doing something.
Yeah, no, by car ride, it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's a major concern taken care of. I just want to make sure we weren't like slowly starving here. Because it was a week to get here. And I think we were going
as long as
pretty
this isn't
close.
food spoil, we've lasted almost a month.
almost a month, really?
Well, they've lasted almost a month, and it's been a couple weeks for us.
Okay.
But why the embassy? Why would they surround the embassy?
It's the center.
They're not around the embassy. Next to it, though. And
The center of the city.
Yeah, but something's there.
Yes, something was planted.
Who's making all this chaos? First the plague, now the collectors plus the flood. Somebody's doing this.
Yes. Maybe it's the creatures we captured? Remember them, fool?
Yeah, I remember them. I want to interrogate them.
Well, they didn't let us.
You can't speak their language.
I can scare the shit out of them. That's the fun
How
part.
is that gonna help?
It doesn't.
The guy that can speak their language. Well, the guy that can use magic to kind of understand their language.
But you can't speak their language, so you can't ask them questions.
Not my problem.
Thanks.
Da-da-da.
You beat someone enough to start telling you things.
One plate.
Andrew, you're not allowed to eat the plates.
Alright.
I'm not eating with you guys. I didn't pay anything.
Well, paying at...
Mark up. I paid for everything so far.
Yeah.
Josh would be nice.
Maybe if I get hungry and there's leftovers, but
Okay.
then I'll pay Josh. Like,
Give me money. Money or
Extra
life.
plate, I guess.
Preferably both.
Money or your life.
or both.
I like both. Both are good.
So
And your identity, please.
Yeah, can I please have your social security number?
I know I'm robbing you, but would you kindly,
Honestly, it's the customer service representative instinct. Ford?
yes, for
Why would you ask for somebody social as a customer representative?
What?
Why would you ask for someone social as a customer
Verify
representative?
Credit card.
Honestly, a lot of the times you have to.
Yep.
The social?
Yep.
it's to confirm that you have the right person.
I don't take socials with my job.
What do you do? Is it related to identities
Credit?
and credit cards?
No.
Congrats.
It's through textbook rentals and stuff.
As long as you get paid, you don't care. Pass. Anyway.
I'll be walking through like a simple compound.
Okay.
You guys want me, you good? He's the one who called you.
jetpacks?
What?
You have jetpacks?
I was just asking if we had jetpacks.
No, we don't have that.
Dang. I need
You
to
good?
get
He's the one who called you with the radio.
So, what did you ask about him?
You want to meet him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like he's the boss or something like it.
Something like it. People listen to him, so that's something.
As far as I'm aware, that's the most important thing.
He's just over
Chow
here.
mein.
You've never had chow mein?
Give me some.
Yeah, I mean, it's beef. There's the noodles.
You start walking. You're walking past what looks to be like classrooms split off as living sections.
Roughly how far away do I believe I am from the ship? If it was 30 miles from the center of the city, how far roughly am I?
No, you were about 30 miles.
Oh. To the ship?
Yeah, from where you are now to the ship is about 30 miles.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not bad.
I was notating how
Alex, you won.
I thought you meant from city center.
Okay.
After Zach's done with it, passing it.
Okay, so
Did you write it?
Yes.
we need to get back to the ship.
No, we need to get within sensor.
Yeah, it needs to
Contact
get
range.
communication, so we need to get to the roof. So me and Derek are going to go to the roof and work on that, because I have engineers and he has hackers. And then you guys talk to this head honcho dude.
How much experience do you two have with radio?
I feel like we would be able to set up communication,
I addressed the
Be
guy.
able to set up secret communication.
because we'd go into an area,
Whether or not we
perform an assassination, set up communication, and get out.
Yeah.
So we would know how to do it.
I would ask the guide if they already had some sort of radio set up.
Well, they contacted
Well, they
us.
have a
Yes.
radio set up. The question is boosting it in interstellar range.
That's my point.
There.
And not an interstellar range, enough to overcome the...
Ugood actually is the one who set it up. He's a teacher here.
Tell me.
He was a teacher here before all this shit went down. He taught robotics and engineering.
Alright.
We're going to take him with us.
He has a little bit of a ham radio setup.
Okay. Awesome.
It's really,
can't boost our hand radio.
You can't. It's impossible.
it's really not getting the range it should be.
We're gonna have to do something else.
Well, my question is, do we think we can find a way around whatever's blocking most frequencies?
Probably not.
Unless we tap into a frequency that is... they're not blocking, we could try them all.
There's
I assume
probably
they have.
something physical that's blocking the frequencies.
I should check for electromagnetic stuff like that.
Yes, you should. Like I said before.
Can we use the cam radio to extend that search?
Sus.
No, I
Do you
just
wish to use your device?
Yeah.
Alright. Even we'll see how much you remember from the teachings.
What do I have to do? Intelligence?
Get through it.
Yep.
So 13? It's not that much.
You read through the little manual next to it real quick. Normally there's some frequency from like suns, like solar interacting with shielding of planet, the radio, magnetic shielding of a planet. You're surprised the signal got through to you at all. It's haywire.
Yeah, it's your fault.
But can we boost one big enough to get through this?
Probably not.
Worth a shot, though. How much juice would one take to get through this?
You're not certain.
Okay.
Not that well. But
Worth a shot, though, Derek.
It is.
Because if he gets us aid, we need it.
Well, my
Here's
question is, when was the last time when we were on the ship headed towards here that were we able to reach out and contact anyone outside of it?
Before we get... I think it's when we got in the atmosphere that we cut it. Because if what he's saying is right, the shielding of the planet itself, which would be the atmosphere, mixing with the solar rays, is what's causing this. Does that sound about accurate?
Well, the magnetic shielding of the atmosphere.
that's usually not what causes this kind of thing, but it might be what's keeping it from dispersing as much as it should. Like it's bouncing back off the magnetic sphere.
Magnetic sphere and atmosphere, too.
Yeah.
I got it, swear.
I think a ship could drive through the atmosphere just fine. No problems. Just
What
mechanics.
use this? A ship could drive through the atmosphere?
Well, why? Like normal. Do you think it would cause problems for a ship engine? Or
because this is a electromagnetic
It would
waves.
cause
This is
problems
not.
for all automated systems aboard.
Yeah. Because they communicate to each other using those kind of things.
cool.
Piloting isn't always automatic.
We'd be fine though. Okay.
Yeah, in movies, the autopilot is just Hollywood's thing. There's no such thing as autopilot.
Yeah. That's not.
That's why there's a co-pilot and a pilot. Just in case one needs to take a break.
Kind of true. There's things to like hold altitude, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Autopilot set up sticks underneath the steering wheel and run.
The problem is it would mess with all electronic systems.
You get to a room and on a placard next to it says Ugard, Ugard mechanical engine. Or not mechanical. It says Ugard engineering class. 303.
If it said 666, I'd be concerned.
Since it's a 3, we
303.
can assume we're on the 3rd floor.
Yeah. That's not that big of a school.
Not that big.
The school looked to be about 7 stories tall.
We need to get to a building that's at least 20 stories tall if we even have a chance of breaking through this static. Who's watching? Nobody.
Nobody at the moment.
So,
Are we trying to reach other people on the ground or try and reach outside?
Outside, because we need to get to the station of the ship to get aid.
20, 30 miles? That's not far. We could send out. Well, we could take a group and head out to the ship.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But we at least need to try to set up communication here first,
Reasonable.
because that won't take more than like an hour or two to try. But like, it might take the rest of the day to try, but then we can leave in the morning, because I bet these things are really active at night.
You know what senses they tend to use?
Seeing how their eyes glowed.
Auditory.
Well, auditories.
I mean, depends. I mean, it really depends if you find a group of them or if you find one out and it's lonesome.
Well,
The group of when they're in a group, they chase after whatever moves. But when they're by themselves, they barely open their eyes.
So
They'd be
sight,
real
auditory,
quiet.
Auditory.
But only sight when they're in a group.
They also, Ugard could explain it better. Oh,
Yeah,
and he
that's
opens the door.
It's like an old human.
Ugard?
Yeah.
No, he's one of the neighbors.
So he's like a.
He has like a bit of a mashed-in face with a flat nose and sharp
Picture a pug
eyes.
human.
What?
Picture a pug human.
Yeah, basically.
I don't like that.
Without the breathing problems.
Okay.
Big, wide, sharp eyes. Welcome. How are you?
Peachy?
Are you finding a fine city?
Peachy?
your cars work really well.
Deserted.
I like your transportation system, minus towards the center of the city.
Worked great a month ago.
It was
So
working
it's
great
only
for us
been-
most of the way.
So it's only been for a month.
Yep.
It's good to know.
That's what you guys said earlier.
We said it minimum 2 weeks.
We find those things aren't very good at keeping the vehicles charged, so.
You ever seen one drive?
No. Seen one crash? It's funny shit.
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, where's my manners? I'm Ugard. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
Private Betrayer.
John?
Nice to meet you.
What's my title again?
He'll extend his hand
I have
towards
to
you
roll
and shake
deception for that.
it.
I am no John.
I'm a captain, right?
No, you're still private.
I'm a private too. Okay.
She's
Where do you
still
get
private
these?
third class or fourth class, whatever class we are. A private, right?
Cool.
With like
Just for drill and a
You are equal technically.
Technically.
She's one rank above.
Oh, so if we're third class, she's private second class? Damn it!
I'm first class,
And
damn
this
it.
is
Hey, no.
private Preety. Technically, head of staff at the moment.
Till she dies.
Greetings. I like to die.
She pulls out her sleep stick.
So, you all here to
You snore loudly enough to what?
give us some help then. Best news I've heard all day.
At least we got
Only
some
news I've
weapons
heard all
now.
day.
We are hoping to set up interstellar communication, or at least somewhat to get to a ship or to a station so that we can get some aid. We have to get to
ship that's 30 miles away. If we can reach contact with that, I want to get in contact with them by the end of the day. So we can tell them
You have a ship. How big?
small,
tiny.
12 people max. But if we can get outside the atmosphere as far as where we can contact more. And with the way this is going,
We just need to get everybody out of here
as far as I'm aware, yeah.
and then firebomb the city.
What if the kids? How many? Kids, how many?
Probably
Yes.
double.
Probably.
Yeah.
How are you going to stack those children? Do the children need to breathe? That's the question. Do not stack them. Do not double them.
They don't need to breathe.
1.5,
What are you talking about?
maybe.
They need to breathe. Sometimes wish they didn't, but they need to.
So 150% as opposed to
200%.
yeah.
You think we could get 18 in?
Probably.
Unreasonable.
16, we need to account for the
Pilot.
Pilot.
pilot and the ambassador who isn't going to leave the ship. No matter how
That's smart of him. There ain't much more. There ain't much here to be reasonable.
Can he reason with the guys? Like, can he try? Does he have high enough charisma to convince them not to attack him?
He's an NPC, not a PC.
He has a high enough charisma to just convince these creatures to kill each other.
Howdy, folks. I need you to shoot him and him and him. All right, thanks very much.
Why is he Western all of a sudden?
Can I make a character that's his whole job? He's a pacifist, just he gets each other to kill each other.
Can
trauma.
certainly try.
That'd be a really interesting character.
We call those enchanters. They're real dickheads.
That is an enchanter in
My name is Frederick. I need to shoot him and him. Thanks very much.
And you shoot him and him. Dominate person. And from what we've seen, they ain't
Hello,
really talking
into the
about.
hockey hole. And just he just instantly his eyes go down and just starts shooting the other people.
If you got one of those, it'd probably help. I could set up a party to drop of those.
The
People.
elderly and the children should go first.
There's no elderly.
The elderly are dead, my dude.
Yeah.
Just
The children, however, we are in a school.
We
So
are. You able to save most of the kids?
Should take care of them.
you got one at a time.
Alright.
by the way, so the size of this species, how tall are they?
7?
About a head shorter than the creatures,
A head shorter than the creatures, so like
but way more stocky.
6 feet. Like,
The creatures were about 6.5. These ones look closer to be 5, 9.
Okay, so I'm about the same height as him. Alright.
And I'm 7, so
He has to duck through
You are very
most
much taller.
doorways. He has to duck through most
Just in case
doorways.
you run out.
and everything.
okay. I
You would have
have
fit
a
in the car
back.
anyway, so we had to cut it open for you.
So the children of this race would be like,
Probably your size.
yeah, I have found my people.
Until they
Actually,
grow up.
Is you're a child too?
Perhaps.
Concerning the size of people, maybe we can fit 18.
No, you can't be a
including
child. You were trying to
outside
make
the,
like
driver and
3D porn earlier.
diplomat.
Children can be weird.
Yes, they can be.
Well,
I'm sorry that children were developed. I told you it's not possible.
There's a couple of kids with parents still alive. Couple. But
So crying children.
if you want to set them out, we could probably find one of these old heaps that still runs. I'll get that together for us.
Here's my other question. You
Yeah.
know if it's in any of the other cities?
No clue.
So, did communication drop before or after they started popping up?
Before.
Before? Alright.
Stayed.
Decisive
About
attack.
half a day before. Communication just dropped in the morning. A bit of an inconvenience, nothing to be worried about. Happens
Yeah.
once in a while.
Any
Maybe
other
they're
systems
fixing.
affected?
Yeah, like you had to hardwire.
So it was likely some sort of electromagnetic pulse that could have taken out communications.
Possibly. Very likely.
Do you know of any of the nearby buildings that might have a hardwire to an emergency?
But more like a scrambler because things that have wireless, they just don't connect. They're not broken.
How did you go
Fair enough.
from freaking 18% to 6 in less than 5 seconds?
Congrats. Welcome to
Dude.
phones.
A couple of days ago, I had my phone. So I look at it, 20%. I look away. I look at it again, 15%. I look away. I look again, 8%. And then for the next few seconds, I watch it go, 7%, 6%.
It was really
That
funny.
means you have too
And
many
then I-
things running.
And then I was like, oh!
My phone dies at now like
Just turn off
20%
location
now.
Services.
I don't think location services are on.
And then I load it back up and it's like at 8% for some reason. I need a new phone.
Yeah, you do, buddy.
There
Anyway,
is something though.
what's up?
Which will be nice because
Well-
Victoria won't have my number.
About midway to into the city is the police dispatching area. Or something
Police
like that.
station?
It's like a depot, police depot. That's what it's called. It's where they collect all their equipment.
Is that where all the guns are?
Mm-hmm.
Happy guns.
I've a creature's ever
Yeah.
used a gun.
Never seen one pick anything up to use.
Thank
No,
goodness.
these
If
ain't-
they had guns, man, we'd be effed.
Okay, so they're
Yeah.
slightly less dangerous than the flood.
Yeah. But the flood weren't maliciously planted.
You're right. Well,
With
they
kind
were
of.
maliciously planted by themselves.
Yeah.
The Great
That's
Mind
sort of-
purposefully brought the ship to Earth. So,
It's slightly different. Slightly.
slightly, yeah.
So there's a jammer
I mean,
probably in the embassy.
I wouldn't think the embassy.
Or
You said
somewhere
it
near
was
the
a recreational
center.
building, didn't you? Looking back at the guy, if he's still there.
It's close to the embassy, but it's not the embassy.
Somewhere in the center, though.
If there's been communications working beforehand, I would ask if there's anything sent out.
Is there any way we could do some, like, math to figure out where the epicenter of this would be?
Maybe with
I know-
equipment, but you don't have the
No,
right
because
equipment.
I
for
know
that.
that kind of math, and I can do that on paper. It's basically just,
Like density?
yeah.
Maybe if you had a map.
Sure.
We're at a school.
Mm-hmm.
A
We
map
gotta
of
have
Where's
the
a map.
city?
They've got to have a map of a city in a school.
Particularly if
be
this is
like
the
a world
major
map.
city.
So.
Do you guys ever use maps?
Yeah, we have an atlas right there.
I just walk over and start doing my math. Even though I have 8 intelligence, someone help me.
I'll assist.
No,
I'm
I'll
assuming-
assist you.
I'm assuming that's just a normal thing.
Fair
He
enough.
sees you walk over and start like writing numbers. He's like walks over,
Considering
takes
that
the
my
pencil.
character was talking about gravitational astrophysics earlier.
Give me an intelligence check.
That's good.
I
Hopefully.
but no man.
With
That's-
advantage.
Not ideal, 12.
With advantage?
Yep.
That's what I
You can't.
assume.
I mean, the math checks out that's the center of the city, but you can't pick out for certain epicenter. You
Like
just
a
get
building.
a general about. You get
Which
about
one's the recreational
a,
center? You said that was having a.
Probably about a couple hundred yards area.
Well, you don't have the full set of data for it. You've only had a single point of data, so you're unable to pin it more than like a, we'll say, 5 square miles.
Probably like a block or two.
About 5 square miles. It's
Really?
like you've gone in and out. That's all your data.
Oh, that's fair.
You don't have
So-
even a second points for triangulation.
Which building's the recreational center we're talking about?
It's the one right across the bridge.
Bridge at the top of the building. So
Which I missed?
No. I thought you were talking about towards the center of the city. Something else. Sorry.
you okay? Did you see something weird?
No, he's just having bad memory.
No, I'm just a little bit frazzled. I mean, I landed outside the city expecting the city to be hostile, not to be the hostile thing attacking the city, attacking us.
That's fair.
I expected a nation, not a virus.
Why is it always a disease?
Because it's one of the most definitive ways to kill everything.
That's fair.
Well, if it is
It's
a
not viral.
disease, I
Well,
can detect poison in disease.
it's
Is
not
it
a
a disease
disease.
or is it a
Not
curse?
disease.
It's not a curse either. It's some sort of mechanical, like you said.
Give me an Arcana check.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm good at that.
Or
Sort of.
medicine.
Arcana. 22.
It has the makings of a curse.
Wow. Alright. Actually, scratch that on the curse thing. I know a bit about curses.
It puts more of a
Maybe-
religious basis.
As
into
you-
it.
I
Think of the
knew it!
curses. This is actually, now that you think about it, pretty similar to a certain subset of pesticide curse. It is a mutagenic curse designed to change a specific species into a predatory species for its own species.
But it's not targeting a specific species.
Hey,
No, it is not.
3D, you know anything about these kind of curses and how to
But it
fix
is
them?
targeting a specific model of creature.
So maybe we could
Intelligent
catch one of these
bipedal.
things and experiment on it.
So it's a modification of that.
if you wanted
It's
to.
a modification of that type of curse. It is a specifically crafted and
Not specifically crafted. Crafted to be less specific, in fact.
specifically crafted to be less specific.
Maybe.
Well, as far as we can tell, it hasn't attacked anything that isn't of decent intelligence and bipedal.
If we sent out someone's pet dog, we could test that.
If I were a druid, I could get
We've
past all
seen
these things.
The corpses, we haven't seen anything live in the midst of them.
We haven't seen anything live in the midst of them, but we've seen the remaining dogs.
Good chance, yeah.
If I were a freaking druid, I could like win the day. Like
Oh.
the one time I'm not a druid.
Honestly, didn't think of that.
Hey man, you ever see something that ain't bipedal? They struck by this curse?
Not by the curse, but they chase things.
So Chase like
They still eat.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, that's fair. The druid would die because he'd be eaten.
Not if you're around him. You're a druid, man.
What if you're a bird?
That's
You
fair.
cast a couple of different spells. You can
That's
have
level 12, though.
Level 7.
8.
Is it 8? I thought it was 7. Definitely not 12.
either way,
And
we're
at
less
level
than
4 you get
halfway
water.
there.
I'm sure it's not level 7.
But I mean,
Positive
even
level
before
eight.
level 4, you can get Blur and Expeditious Retreat and other things, so you can outrun anything.
Could you misty step from building to building?
Yes.
With how close some of these buildings are, yeah. I mean, it's 30 feet
It is.
distance.
Is it like?
Isn't misty step a first
Is it
level
like
spell,
New
though?
York?
Second.
Yes.
This is
Second?
New York.
Second. Yep, it is.
Oh, Misty Step is second. Yep.
It's second 30 feet line of sight.
Look, I care. I'm a barbarian. Why am I asking these things?
Oh,
Multi-class.
I'm a
Just make some
barbarian
graphics
wizard,
on it.
guys!
We'll just decide
I don't
to
even
do
care, man. I'm a warlock.
We can do that pretty easily.
I care if I can kill it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Can I
So-
jump 30 feet?
You want to try it? If you go to the top of the building, see if you can Just run.
So, as far as where have you seen? Talk to the locals. Is there any other creatures, maybe not intelligent species, but other species on this planet that are bipedal?
Some pests. But I
Some
told
pests?
you, like,
Oh,
we've seen those too. Let's
Yeah.
take those.
Have a good amount of stone cording, some scrap metal, and a pressurized air canister.
What the,
the
hell?
fuck?
Some cord.
You're gonna make a grappling hook.
Wait, how strong is the cord?
Enough to hold a reasonable sized person.
Not me.
305
The
pounds.
exercise center just over across the bridge has a lot of replacement cables for the equipment.
That should work.
Can it hold me?
But
For-
many pressurized air canisters.
There's a air pressurized. We have one. It's not too mobile. It's in the shop.
Alright.
We have a workshop level down.
You got canisters
I'll
we
go and
could
look for
carry.
those things. And look for any canisters that could be filled.
You go down and it looks to be like a workshop for just making metallurgical stuff.
Yeah.
Did you make canisters to hold air?
There
First
is
That would be
There are some.
tough.
there is a section of depressurized canisters which have warning labels about flammable things, but they're in like a section that looks to be as if they're to be gotten rid of or refilled. And there's a good amount of canisters that are full
I'll
Let's
take
not
one
use
of
the
those.
flammable.
of like acetylene.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the roof and start
Full of
working.
flammable.
They're like the tall ones. Like
I'm gonna go to the roof, go across the bridge, and go to the other
There
building.
is-
If they get the ones that
There is
are
one
flammable, we
small-
combine them with our grenades.
there's one small air compressor too. That's
Well,
portable.
we don't want to use grenades.
Okay.
It's
That's
next
what
to a
happened
stack of
last time.
tires.
There's a reason we set
I'll
the car off
take
in
the
the fashion
smaller
we did.
compressor.
What you doing on the roof?
I'm going up to the roof, going across the bridge, and going to the other roof.
Huh?
And I'm gonna try to work on communications.
After I get that, I'm gonna
When you
head
get
over
up
see
to the roof, you see on the roof of the school is a dish.
How big?
I don't know how big are ham radio dishes.
Ham radios don't usually use dishes.
And if they do, they're only like this big.
Yeah. Usually
It's
they
not-
just have long antennas.
Yeah.
Like 10-foot antennas at most.
It's a pretty small dish, and it is a series of different.
I've seen them with dishes before.
Yeah, they usually small.
Like this. Like a dinner plate. Or less.
So yeah, it's about that size thing.
So do we know if there's
That's
just
nowhere close to help.
do we know if there's a maximum cap on how far we can radio out, or if it's just
The real question is how long it takes
right.
radio waves to travel.
okay?
We need
From-
radio waves to be strong enough to travel quite quickly.
From what we've
bit.
seen, about 2 miles.
Yeah, we're like what, 30 from the.
But we could get there. We're further away from the epicenter, right?
If we walk, it'll take us a day and a half to get there.
We've got cars.
Yeah, and it'll take us like a couple hours.
An hour?
Yeah.
We were going 40,
Yeah,
so less than an hour, I'm presuming.
You had to maneuver around cars every once in a while.
yeah,
That's
that's
not-
why I thought it would take a little longer because of the cars.
Well, going 40, maneuvering around a car every once in a while is still like an hour. But adding in time to just contact them from further away, I don't know. Maybe we could do that with the car. Awesome.
I mean, if you want to send back the crew that soon, we'd welcome it. Getting anyone out of here would be a blessing.
What I want to do is get everyone away from the city, if we can, because the ship isn't quiet. It's a ship. So I want to look into the first diplomatic party's last remaining member. How big was the ship you came in?
It's in the embassy, dude.
I know.
What style of
It's a
propulsion
ship,
does
though.
the ship use?
Which the ship you came in on?
Yeah.
It was a very fancy Magitech system.
Magic would be a lot quieter.
Yeah.
But still not something you would want to be bringing around. It'd still be moving a lot of air.
It's loud, but it's like
Not as loud as a jet
unmuffled
engine.
car loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know the dickheads that drive by, you go, wah! It sounds like that.
Or the guys
not-
blasting the music.
Absolutely terrible, but it's not.
It's not quite.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be that guy, blasting the music.
When you had a car.
The ship we came in on
Don't worry, I'm
was a class 2, I think.
give it one more month and I can.
It sounds like you have a class 1.
So you had a slightly larger ship, if we can
Slightly.
get to it.
It would hold maybe 50.
Then we can get probably everybody out of here if we have both ships.
A lot slower. A lot slower. Probably twice as slow.
Do you know if any damage was done to it?
Did you cut the fuel line?
The Trooper looks absolutely like, fuck you.
Who would cut the fuel line to a ship?
I'm not there. You're not there either. It's just them.
Dang.
Don't worry about it. His asking stupid questions.
As he walks past the door.
Grab my spray.
Well,
Fuel is highly combustible.
Duh. Why
the explosive is explosive.
Does he
What do you ask?
Does he actually respond with that?
No. I'm glad you've learned your lesson with that then. Somehow you're still alive. From...
I am,
I don't know what would...
What?
When we landed, it looked pretty clear. And it stayed that way until we kind of... about half an hour later.
You
Then-
think it would have cleared up? Maybe?
There?
Yeah.
I don't think anything's getting close to that ship without some serious firepower.
Okay.
Like, take down a building firepower. Which is why we want the police officer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bells for checking systems.
Make a strong push through the city. They have a couple armored vehicles.
Just get you killed.
Maybe, but we were sitting
Not there.
here.
Shoots.
Oh, good point.
I assume I'm just transmitting everything I hear to my 3 crewmates.
It's a little spotty, but yeah.
Okay, then I do set it up.
That might get us killed.
It was the best plan at the time. We could just sit tight now, but
Did I find good cable?
you found pretty decent cable. The cabling is like braided steel cable.
How much of it?
That'll be able to hold me.
Sure hope
How
so.
much of it? About 60 feet. I mean, it's a good size rec center,
Yeah.
so it has plenty of things that need it.
Alright, so you can feed that shit.
And that's basically the entire stash of it, though.
Yeah. And then take it back to the metallurgy workshop and start seeing if I can
What's your character's name
use
again?
the tools there
Deku?
to
Hey,
make
Deku,
improved
got a
graphics.
question.
Sorry, Dreku.
Dreku?
Give me...
Do you think we could set up relay stations for signals? Have it hop short distances without getting
Give me
scrambled?
a dexterity... Oh. Yeah,
I mean, we could, but
dexterity
we need a lot of
and
materials to do
intelligence
that.
check.
Dude, I have
We
the
just
same
don't
bonus on
have-
both of those. For Dex, that is 13. For Intelligence, that's 16. Not the best, but
You have
It
a
was a
pretty
good idea, though.
solid
It
design.
is.
You feel like you have a pretty solid design, but have a little bit of trouble, and it seems to be a little bit more rickety than you wanted.
I'm gonna go up
Is it
and
possible that if we had
back
this
to the
one ship in the
robotics room.
outer atmosphere, we could
Okay.
send transmissions up and down? Maybe? No. Probably not.
We need either we need to get to a really tall building to get out of the majority of the scrambler, or
Which would be towards the epicenter.
yeah, which might not help because we're getting closer to the epicenter.
Yeah.
So, I don't
We
think
go Minecraft,
communication
build
is...
us a little tower.
Yeah, 200 and something blocks tall. What, 257 or something like that? How many meters is that? What, 3 meters per block? That's like what? 700 meters?
750. No, 771, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway.
There's buildings all on that.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah, there's building taller.
That is not the build height in this world.
And we all know it's 256 meters.
Anyway. With a couple more guns, we could probably definitely take the station. That's not too far in.
Well, do we know if there's anything inside the station? Because otherwise we can go quiet. Blast 2 or 3 ghouls instead of dozens.
I mean, from what we saw, there wasn't much rioting or really much of anything when it happened. It's just some people stood up and walked away, like they were called almost.
Do you think this could have been planted before the incident?
For instance,
This incident, the entire people just standing up and walking away.
that was the start of the incident.
Well, is there a chance something was planted beforehand?
Whatever's
Certainly.
scrambling the symbol is also making these things like this.
You think so?
Yeah, it has to
Yes.
be. Or else why would there be more in the middle?
Well, be where they were called.
They have to be working together, otherwise the scrambler would also be affected by the electromagnetics.
Yeah. Whatever
I
that
ain't no
thing
mechanic
is.
or no pilot or nothing. I'm communications.
Me and Derek have just played a lot of kind of stuff like this.
And I have a basic intelligence of many things. Very,
Currently,
very
I'm brain dead, not worried about it. Nor should I be.
That means that if we can break this thing, that those people will have... They won't be, like, let go, but they'll...
Revert to some degree? At
Or
least
if we
be
can reverse
confused?
the scrambler to go on whatever frequencies it is not going.
I mean, if you have something to, if you think that would work, that'd be hell of a thing.
Yeah, we'd have to get there.
Working on that.
The grappling hook.
You know,
Where are you?
there's a second thing we could try.
What's that?
There is a near the embassy, very near the embassy. There is there's an outpost that your guys built.
Military?
Yeah, your navy built it to house some of your people. They were working with our military.
Probably training them.
Sure, some of that, but they also had some of your more fancy weaponry. And he looks over at your laser weapons, not our loud ones.
How quiet is my gun? Is it quiet?
Oh, deathly quiet.
So it's quieter than even the lasers.
It's nice silent.
I need to put a silencer on my laser gun.
I don't know if that works with lasers.
It was.
The way silencers work is they just stop the bullet from breaking the speed of sound.
The thing that makes noise with the laser is impact. When lasers impact, they explode.
So my shower of dust is much quieter than explosions. Fantastic.
Work this time. You're at 23%. Don't just randomly go to 2.
Yeah.
Sound like Gappy. What the heck?
You didn't hear my dismay as I was watching it just tick, tick.
Tick what? What tick?
The
battery.
battery on her phone just dying.
It
One
was-
tick every 3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
That's a crappy battery.
Yeah.
So, you think you could help us with this?
Yeah.
I mean,
We
if
need
you
to
do,
get
you
those
guys
guns.
will. You'll guys be something. That's for sure.
We already are something. We're people.
I mean,
Are you sure about that? I
We
look
will
at
be
the
someone.
Yeah,
ex-con.
we're kind of people.
You person?
No, I'm a con.
I'm playing the long con.
Okay, so the police station is midway to town, so there's
It's
gonna be
kind of a
some.
long con.
There's gonna be some of them.
Well, do we want to... Do
we
we
need
want
to go up first light.
Question.
I'm not fighting these things in the dark.
Do we want to hit the police station, then hit the outpost? Using the bigger firepower.
I can't wield 2 guns at the same time.
So they can. Well,
We have about
maybe we can
50,
use them.
50 people can wield guns. That doesn't include children.
not including the children
Children,
or anybody else you send off.
Wow, yes, child
We can't just
soldiers.
leave all the children here. We gotta
You
like
know.
leave some of the adults with them.
Oh no, they're already putting together a group for the children to take them back to your ship.
yeah, we're sending the kids back to the ship.
Yeah.
So we could
That'll be the
distract.
backup plan too.
We could distract the whatever they're called.
I'm just envisioning a horrible, like, World War Z, climbing the walls of Israel, zombies, that sort of thing.
Yeah, those things were sketch.
But it's okay, they don't attack sick people, just put on some cool sunglasses.
This is Derek's plan. He just walks out with sunglasses. He gets instantly killed. Leather jacket and sunglasses. He walks out and he gets eaten.
That's pretty much what they do in Left 4 Dead, except without the getting eaten part.
It is almost nightfall. If you guys want to stay with us tonight, and we'll get you some grub.
You know how active they are during the night?
Not the same as the day.
Then it might help with our stealth to go during the night.
Can they see better at night?
Not as far as we can tell, but we can't see very well at night either.
Does my gun have a unearthly scope on it?
No.
No?
I
Thermal.
have a better scope than you, probably.
You probably
If-
do.
if
You
on
got
the
a sniper,
level-
fucker.
If on your level you want to take that as an invocation, we could talk about that.
I'd be fantastic.
We can talk about that when you level.
I'm gonna talk to the professor about helping me engineer something.
I need to engineer a thing.
Alright. If we're done, it's almost dinner time now. I think
What are
we
you talking about? You just had dinner time.
in game. Separation of self and game. Come on.
There is no separation.
Look at Derek.
As he prepares for war.
You're not wrong. I just really knew where all my pliers were.
They start heading down towards.
5 somewhere in this room.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus, like a find the.
Find the
vacuum.
pliers. Yeah, jeez.
You get down. It's a cafeteria, and
Pliers.
what's being served is school food.
But yeah.
That's not that bad.
No, it's actually a little bit better than ours.
That was the weirdest burp ever.
Yeah, well, it is. You hear some odd looks, and there's some whispering around you.
I'm still carrying my gun around. I don't care if they're civilians.
I would assume you'd carry your weapons with you.
Yeah.
They seem
I
to
don't.
be.
I don't carry it.
They actually seem pretty happy that you're armed.
Yeah.
That's
You're
new.
looking around.
People are happy.
Nobody else is.
People are happy that I'm armed. That's new.
Guns were in a school.
Unless you're in school. with
Unless it's
guns,
Utah.
yes. The only other person that you find that is armed is
No, teachers can carry guns.
Ogod
That's true, actually.
is carrying a standard sight-on that one you would carry, a laser pistol, and
I have a
so
regular sight-on.
is the scout. He's carrying a short, not a short rifle. He's carrying a SMG.
I have a laser pistol too.
I got a regular pistol.
Yeah,
Don't use it.
I have a ballistic pistol. You never know, it might be helpful.
That's why I got the camera there.
No, I mean it might be helpful to make noise.
You got cars.
You don't always
gun
have
is
access
louder.
to a car.
Until the car either explodes or hits something, yes.
So, I have a question real quick.
Tight corridor.
What route do you think? We're at the party over there, and you see a bunch of kids wearing what looks to be dyed clothes that are dyed darker and backpacks. A lot of them also are wearing face paint, like war paint on their face.
Are only the kids wearing more paint?
Yeah.
You guys got scopes?
It seems
Night
they're
vision
trying to hype
scopes?
them up for their travels.
Yeah, we have night vision scopes.
You got sky.
We just need
Switch
to know where your ship is, and we can get them on the bus tonight and probably
You got
get
a map?
them.
No, we're getting them tomorrow morning. You're not letting them go at night. That is a bad idea.
We're not letting them go without an armed escort.
Yeah.
So you want to
We're gonna take 2 trips.
you guys want to sit in?
I want to see him to the ship. I want to
We
talk
need
to
to
the.
split up.
You want to split?
We got 2 of us
We
go.
have to split up.
2 of us go to the police station. 2 of us go with them. And we got.
I vote she go to the ship
Yeah.
with them.
Do you want me to go with her because I have the biggest firepower? Because it'd be like 2 people
I have
with
a
the firepower and
shield
then 1.
And no gun.
Okay. Our goal would be to keep the kids and him alive.
Yeah, I have the
Shit went
shield, so
south.
that will be useful, but
And the bus is gonna be loud.
We were planning to just make a run, but if we're coming back, firepower would be nice.
Well, I mean, who would be sending me with them otherwise?
Am I gonna be the only one with a gun on that whole bus?
yes.
I can give someone a pistol if you want.
No, it's fine. I just thought about that for a second. I have to defend all of them. You see this army of people coming at me?
I have 1! I have 5 people on this way.
I'm not even sure that'll work on my hive mind. It's a parasitic infestation.
Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll affect it. So the hive mind, once I try to put one of them to sleep, they all pass out, dead, unconscious. Victory.
That's not how hive minds work. You'd have to get the center of the hive mind with it.
Or the mind flayer who's controlling all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the grave mind. You would have to hit the grave mind.
Depends
to
on
stun
how
one
the
before it
intelligence works.
works.
If the intelligence accumulates on whenever there is a high concentration specifically,
Yeah, but
it
you
could
would-
switch
You
between.
would have to do enough sleep
I mean,
stuff to put the entire collection to sleep.
we weren't really sure if they would need to escort. They don't.
Yeah.
We didn't really see any out in the suburbs.
No, I don't want to take the risk.
It's fair
It's
enough.
kids.
We didn't either. That's
It's
why we're
not
here.
worth the risk.
Yeah, we're not letting the kids get in that kind of trouble.
So
Because I'm not letting kids get eaten.
What kid wants an
I mean-
energy sword?
How many miles away is the?
We trust a kid with an energy sword, but
No.
not you.
I am a
Probably
kid.
be more responsible with it.
No.
Actually,
Don't run with the sword, okay?
How many
See, the
miles
thing
away
is,
is the police station?
The ignorance of the kid would lead it to them not doing stupid things with it.
That is true. Ignorance is bliss. I am too intelligent.
Because you intelligently cut the wrong thing.
I'm too intelligent and not intelligent enough at the same time. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at the point that you realize the mistakes you're making, but after you make them. It's the learning stage.
Well, if you think morning would be better, we can do that.
You got
We can prepare tonight and then split off and go our ways.
Press light.
first light.
All right.
How many miles
Until
away
then?
is the police station?
Huh?
How many miles away is the police station they're talking about?
About 8.
Hey,
There's a quarter range in the city.
so does my little communications array, not communications, like, does my earpiece reach the 2 miles also?
From what you've seen, your pieces don't reach that far.
Okay.
You're
That's what I figured.
pretty restricted on that. You're down to like about 500 feet.
Okay.
Where usually, if it could connect to a network, you can connect globally.
Yeah. If we split up, you understand that me and him will be able to talk to the two of you, right? Period.
Mm-hmm.
Shit goes south, for either of us, it's do or don't.
TPK.
Yeah. Well, or half.
I have no idea what that means, but yes.
Total party kill.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well,
TPK
I
means-
know what it means outside of character, but like my character's like, what the fuck are you saying?
Actually, giving you gaming background, you know exactly what he did.
That is fair.
You're a gamer, remember that.
That's right.
Given your virtual gaming nature, you knew what he meant when he said TPK.
I knew better. I'm tired, man. Kind of freaked, honestly. This is not what I was expecting to find.
By the way, can you drink alcohol?
Don't
Is
give
that
him
even
This
a
is-
question?
this
Don't
is
give him
Ogre.
more.
He's not allowed to.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
We managed to recover a flask of some good stuff.
Dibs.
And I was thinking, if we're gonna be heroes,
Heroes get the drinks, bro.
Sadly, I'll
might as
have
well
to
drink
decline.
tonight. Otherwise, we may not be able to tomorrow.
I'll have to decline, but he'll happily take you up on it.
Do you have a Venmo, Josh?
Yeah.
What is it?
Right now, I ain't giving it to you over stream.
Yeah, don't. Unless you want people just sending you random money.
That's not the worst thing.
That'd be fantastic, but no.
It's not quite how that worked, but okay.
No, yeah. I'll use Discord for it.
Do you have my Discord?
Yes.
So those of you who wish to drink, there's a mild-ish party-like setting where people are starting to come a little bit upbeat at the thought of, hey, maybe we're not all gonna
Is
die
good,
on a
but
hopelessly.
for
I drink
everything
alcohol,
unless-
but conservatively.
Andrew. Toast is good for everything unless. That was the last message we had.
For a 2.5
How about you?
foot creature, that's not a lot of alcohol.
No, it's very little. But they don't have a lot of alcohol.
I didn't know who that
That's
was.
They have like a cask of wine.
Nice.
That's all they really could salvage.
Fantastic.
These are not hardened
It's just my word.
survivalists. They are lucky civilians.
Yup.
At least we can save some of them.
Where are the doomsday bunkers in this world? Where are the conspiracies?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to the
I'm
professor
gonna pull
about
up
how
my-
can we make a grappling hook where we can run a cable along the a wire along the cable itself, so that we could send an electric signal to activate pretty much activate something that would release the grappling hook to retrieve it.
TV show.
So you want a wired hook?
Doomsday
More or
bunkers.
less,
That's
yeah.
right.
He looks around.
I found a few supplies already.
How good is that little earpiece you guys wear? You seem to be getting more signal than any of us get.
It's got about 500 feet.
We could
Here you
look
go.
into that,
That would work.
maybe.
I just scanned it.
Give me the rundown on how those things work. I'm sure they're a little bit more advanced than our little radios, but
Yeah, I'll plug them down.
alright. Working together, you're able to come up with a rudimentary. Actually, you know what? Yeah, working together with his expertise in electronics and using specifically radio, and with how you're giving him the explanation, you can make a remote grappling
Pass me the
hook.
red sauce.
So you can use your
I sent you 15.
your
Awesome. Food plus tip.
using your remote thing, your remote earbud. You can send a signal to detach the hook,
Alright.
and it also has like an impact grapple. So
That's actually good.
and significantly more sturdy once you bring into somebody who can work robotics.
Yeah. And I'm going
That's literally what he does.
to turn the small air compressor into basically a backpack.
Okay.
Because I'm going to have to use that to fire the grappling hook.
Is it possible to attach that to a shield pack in some minor way?
You could run a line. You're able to run a line to it, so it powers off of your generator that you carry around.
Okay.
But that's
I
about
hate
as
to
much
say this, but would that weaken his
I
shield?
figured.
No.
Okay.
I would be willing to do that.
I know, but I would hate to say it
Grappling
because
hook.
I'd feel bad to.
No, it's just a convenient way of saying yes, it works.
This is why I have.
You guys are
acrobatics
actually
for-
using very limited amount of the power output of these generators. I mean, they can be use a lot more generation, but the all of it's just going to your shield generator currently.
Yeah.
And it can only take so much charge.
Hell
These
of
things
it.
are designed to run like semi-powered suits of armor,
Yeah.
and you're wearing a shield. That's it.
Well, and an air compressor.
It's like wearing a microfusion reactor from Fallout for just the frame.
Yeah.
You could stack armor on it and it'd be fine.
Well, that was a good game.
But yeah, that does use a little power.
I love when you make a village, you can just loot all your villagers.
For the purposes, consider this an attunement. This is
Okay.
basically what I mean. Power, anything that you would need to attune to draws power from your power core, and that limits how many items you can use.
That made me a grappling hook. This is
So you have a powered grappling hook.
What is its range?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay.
It's the same range. It's the same one. You've just upgraded it now
Fair enough.
from purely mechanical to also electrical.
And a little robotical.
Yep.
60.
And it does take It does take an action to use.
Well, not a
I would
bonus
figure.
action.
Can I use it as a bonus action?
It's just an attack. You shoot it at someone.
Yeah. Hook shot.
Come here.
Like, what's his face from Overwatch?
Oh yeah, it does do that.
Oh yeah.
Reinhardt did.
Oh yeah.
No, not Reinhardt.
No, no.
Reinhardt's the
Reinhardt.
one with the
It's
shield.
okay. I know who you're talking about. But I
Are you
don't
talking
know
about
his name.
Widow?
Mm-mm.
No, I think it's the. Isn't there like a.
The big fat guy.
Yeah. The big fat like pig man.
Oh, you're talking about Roadhog.
Yeah, that one.
I haven't played it in forever.
I haven't played it.
It's a
Anyway.
good game.
Kind of similar to that, yeah, actually. So, the night passes, and with the morning, the children are sent down and packed into a bus inside a garage at the bottom of the school. So you two are coming with us.
Yep. Who wants to sit at the front of the bus and who wants to sit at the back? Even all the kids want the back, though.
So if the back of us were heading away from it, then you with the gun should be at the back.
Fair. That means they're gonna be with all the kiddies.
So between the two of us, Shadow, I'm assuming you're taking the lead, being in charge.
I think I'll come with you too.
All right.
And
I
that's
was also
the
going to try to stay off of ground level
that's the
as
scout
much as
speaking.
possible.
By the way,
Makes sense.
the scout's gonna accompany.
Okay. Awesome.
So with a the bus powers up, starts an engine, with the rolling of garage door, the bus full of kids stand up. And you two, 3D and
Can
I
I
always
just like
forget your character's name.
Dragon.
wave as they head out as we leave in presumably the opposite
with
direction?
you two is going Ugud.
Alright.
Ugud, the
Okay.
radio scientist.
Also, how much weight can the grappling hook carry? I feel like that's important to know too.
Let's see.
I'd assume 350 pounds.
Because it's a steel pin.
400 pounds.
400.
Okay.
It is.
I
It
could
is
use it.
made. The cable is made to be used repeatedly in gym equipment,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
pretty heavy gauge. But it is also meant to be storable for these things. 400 pounds.
Ah, yes.
It's good.
I
I'm way
thought
outside.
I'll grab on. Ah! Where are we going?
Hold on to me! Actually, I'm probably like 130 with all my equipment.
Yeah. You weigh a little bit more with the air compressor
Strapped
striking
to
your
the
back.
Yeah.
I don't weigh more than 200 though, so.
So you two
we're
could
good.
both
But I still have
share.
positive strength, so
Alright.
we're fine.
I don't.
That's why you're not carrying an air compressor.
Yep.
When do you want to set out for the station?
Right now.
Right now.
Yes.
Okay.
You ready?
We should probably have a way to communicate if we end up outside of vocal range. Some warning.
Do I have an extra?
Do we have
Warning
flares or
pieces?
anything?
I have a
I
flare.
have a flare.
I have 3 flares left, and
Yeah.
it's kind of he cocks open like a revolver, but those draw attention, a lot of attention,
Yep.
Yes.
That's good to know.
and I hope we'll be sticking mostly together.
That is the idea.
We should be.
I have this from I recovered, kept hold of this when I ran. And he's patting his SMG.
That's one of the more. That's gunpowder, right?
His
Gunpowder.
SMG is not a gunpowder weapon. It is a laser weapon because he's from the other embassy ship.
That's right.
I wish I grabbed more of the guns if I knew they were going to be so valued. I would have, but
Well, I mean, my current plan is arm as many of the people still here as I can, and then head for
I'll probably-
better weapons.
No, I wouldn't give you my pistol because it's a ballistic.
Don't keep it. You'll need it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I gave Ugud my las pistol to go with the kids.
makes sense.
I am good at going with shadows, so
We'll be quiet as best
I-
we can be.
He'll be
with,
quiet.
with my grappling hook, I should be able to stay near the tops of buildings and keep an eye out.
Okay. From what we've seen, it's across. The only issue, it's across from the mall. We can go around the mall or through it. Around will take a little bit longer.
Can we go over it?
Yeah. But
Does the city have like cables that run between buildings? Not electrical cables. I have to specify that.
Yes, please do. I should have specified making sure there's no fuel lines. I didn't. You see where that got me?
not particularly.
Okay.
But
I can-
between, as said before, some of them are connected by bridges
That is a good point.
that are usually between like business and entertainment centers.
I doubt there's a bridge from the mall to the police station, though.
No. I'm betting there's
Actually,
no. Really?
there is.
Oh, that'll be helpful.
Well, to the primary station anyway, to the outpost, which is in the back lot of it. You'll have to
Military
exit the
outpost.
station.
If there's a freaking bridge to the military outpost.
I
The
feel
military outpost is not the police outpost.
I feel like the longer we can stay out of sight, the better.
I agree.
There better not be any bridges to the fucking military outpost. I'd burn the place to the ground myself. in
That being
vacuum.
said, I do have 3 of these. And he pulls out 3, which you don't recognize, but you immediately recognize. The cloaking devices.
Oh,
Short-term cloaking devices.
well, yeah.
So like Halo.
Yep, you have a minute.
In Halo, you only have like
If
what,
we
30 seconds?
really need to run, we could pop these and just hightail it. And that should give us some space to
How many uses do they have?
One. It's a
They
potion
burn
of
out.
invisibility.
They burn out real quick. They are Magitech and very expensive.
It's basically a potion of invisibility.
How do you
or
get
something.
one that regains?
You get lucky.
Rich. Yeah.
I want to have my barbarian have one of those.
You charge it invisibility. Look, there would be one of those, and you wouldn't be the one who'd probably end up with it. Let's be honest here.
Maybe
Yeah,
if my
no.
parents loved me more.
Don't worry, your parents will love you plenty after you succeed in saving an entire planet.
Yeah.
You already see.
Mom, Dad, are you proud of me yet?
You already
No.
saved one. This is the second one.
So.
Saved is a bit of
We
a
relieved.
strong word.
Alright.
We relieved
So
the
you
planet.
set out. Do you have any other planning you want to do? Those
can't think of
two.
anything.
You are currently on a bus.
I'm on a bus.
Wheels on the bus
No.
go.
Part, I'm gonna use my grappling hook to try to get between
Wheels go.
buildings.
Let's go. All through town.
Did you know
Just to the
that
best I can.
the short bus
Partially
windows
very
taste like
much
cherries?
What?
What?
Yeah, the short bus windows taste like cherries.
No, they don't.
How do you
Also,
know?
where's one?
How do you know?
I had a friend who looked the window.
Oh God! No one reason why they taste like cherries is because other people look through windows. Ugh. Alright,
Oh god. That's so much worse.
give me a stealth check, you two, for your stealthing.
Okay.
Not you.
Natural
bus.
20.
That's funny.
If I get a 1, can I fail stealthing on the bus?
27.
Grunt, grunt, grunt.
I got a 2. I'm
Somehow
fine.
I got a 27 while using a grappling hook.
I got
There goes
5.
So, as you
The suspension on the back.
are at the top of the buildings, using your grappling hook, you make stable connections between buildings, which then you scuttle across carefully with the use of some
You're a
scavenged
scuttlebutt.
with the use of some scavenged carabiners,
Fair enough.
and making your way quietly to the police station
We're making zip lines.
Pretty much.
when necessary.
Can I keep a carabiner?
And it's a carabiner. I kind of already assumed you had some because those are really common.
And military standard issue.
Yep.
Okay.
You two.
Military carabiner.
As you drive through town, you start noticing more of these creatures than there were when you got here.
Oh, that's cool.
Make you repopulate.
One, maybe two, at first, as you get away from the population center. It dries out for a good time period, but as you start edging towards
tracking
where your
towards the
ship
ship
is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you notice groups start appearing. 1, 2, then 3, then groups of 5. And
Can
then
we see
you
the
hit a
ship?
roadblock of them. 50, 60.
Oh.
What do you guys wanna do?
Go back to the school.
How close to the ship are they?
You're about a mile away from the ship.
I'd suggest you make contact.
Can we?
Yes. Actually, depends on if they have the radios up or not. If the ship is still running,
We can try.
it's worth it.
Okay.
Anyone there? Anybody?
Good lord, it's about time you responded!
Why? What's going
And you
on?
hear what the fuck are these things?
They're the past residents.
Reloading!
Get the shit out of here. Get to atmosphere now.
Am I driving?
Start shooting too.
Am I driving? That's the.
If there's
Hold
like
on.
60 of them between guns that are on the ship.
Am I driving the
Yeah, we're a
bus?
mile away from them.
Oh, you hear that over the radio. You don't see the ship quite
Fair
yet.
enough.
We can't even hear the gunfire.
Well, no, it's not. It's not kinetic. It's laser. But as you start, a horde, one of the roaming packs that seem to have been converging towards your ship is.
Go,
And
go,
about
go.
60
I'm gonna start
of
shooting.
them. Okay.
I'm probably sure I reloaded last night. Is that a
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
You regain ammunition on long rest in any area where you can access power grid.
Oh, cool. That's useful.
As you watch them start turning,
I'm just gonna
Just
start
like,
firing. I'm just gonna start firing. I'm gonna
You're at the
break.
back of the bus.
I don't care. I'm breaking one of the windows.
just give me just an attack roll.
Did you roll a natural one?
Why?
So, fuck, your gun is
Can I roll?
your
a-
battery
for the
wasn't
kids?
fully connected and it's shorting a bit and needs
Can I-
to be reset.
Can I roll to do that as a bonus action?
This is a skill challenge currently, so passing off to you.
Okay.
As he tries to fire, he gets a couple shots off, and you see about 3 of them go down through visual fire.
Fireball would be really useful right now.
What
Two
do you
levels.
do to help
Two
get
levels.
through this swarm?
This
Yeah.
is a long time.
I know.
What was that?
What do you do to help get through this swarm?
Okay.
Are we going through it?
That's the way to the ship, and the driver was told, get to the ship.
Shit, I thought I just told him to get back to the school.
How fast is the bus going?
Can we run them over?
Yeah.
It is going about 60 miles per hour.
Can we just run them over? No, we
How
might- if
durable
buses
is
have a
this bus?
Yeah, if
Most buses have a flat front.
if we
They
have a
couldn't jump
flat
on
front,
top.
we could just smash through them.
There's 60 bodies in the way.
That's
That is
fair.
a
We get stuck
lot
in the middle.
of slowing down. And as you look out the side windows, this isn't the only swarm.
Oh yeah.
So you might clear a swarm that way, but how many swarms can you clear that before your engine dies?
I sincerely
I reminded him
vote
of something I said earlier.
Depends on how the engines work.
So what do you do?
So, first.
You can guiding bolt and get a whole bunch of them.
Guiding
Is-
bolt, it's one person.
No.
It's a single
thought-
target.
No.
Oh, I thought it goes through.
I was like,
It's a single
No.
target.
does it work like that? No. Okay. So I've got, like, enhanceability.
No base spells.
Fairy Fire would do it though,
60 seconds.
Fair fire isn't damaging.
but it makes it easier to hit things.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Fair,
I mean,
fair.
it gives you advantage on attack. And in this case, I assume that would allow you to mow down more?
So
Theoretically?
you cast out, spreading away a net of fairy fire.
Also, they are responding to light currently.
As you
So,
send out a wave of glittering dust, you see, almost as it parts, as your wave crescendos over them, and the front section splits apart, chasing after these motes of light you just toss out.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
That is one success.
Can I
So
remind...
as you open up this initial wave, the bus driver guns it.
So we're going 60, and then he goes, how fast?
Well, buses can go pretty fast. They won't go as much as a toad.
Yeah.
Run over the bench! Don't repeat that. Run over the
Get through! So the kids have streaked war paint on the face.
Can I remind Andrew of something I said earlier?
What?
What did you say?
I said that if the ship was being surrounded or compromised, that we should get it outside the city to some place that it will be take them a while to get to.
Yeah. I remember that.
Okay.
So that
I
that
was
is
thinking
an
about it
option.
because I was worried about getting through the horde.
But it's another
You
option
almost
to get
cut.
to
You've
the
almost
sword.
cut your entire way through this group of this mass.
While I'm cutting through,
What's
can
the-
I fix my gun?
Give me a check.
Wait, cars here don't use gas. Which means there'd be no reason to have a radiator, which means nothing could get inside the engine.
It still takes
Some
brutal
sort of
damage from
what kind of
crashing into
check?
things.
I know,
That
but the
is
engine
true.
would be more resilient than a classic car.
Give me a.
It's over 60.
It's over 16? Doesn't matter. As you, knowing your weapon inside and out from your training at time of camp, you're able to
from
reset it and level your gun and start opening fire, clearing the rest of the pathway as you.
How many more bullets does that take?
You're down a magazine for clearing out. As you leave a swath of bodies behind, you approach
Good work,
over a
Steve.
hill, seeing
Like
the ship.
Yes.
Yeah, I broke
But
one.
only in groups.
Oh.
You see
Burn.
You see in front of you the ship starting up its engines as two basically anti-missile turrets are taking that to mean anti-personnel as well. And you see a field of the dead in front of you.
How are we gonna drive over that?
It's pretty level. Actually, they have decent range, but
It's a field
no-
of the dead, not a field of the dead.
Well, I was thinking like Field of the Dead.
Oh, I see.
You-
Field of
not the magic card with the giant pit in the middle. No.
It's not
If you're gonna
field.
get on, hurry up, hurry up. There's a whole fucking bus, are you kidding me? One of the doors slides open and you see the ambassador like, kids! It's
I'm upset.
and The bus screeches to a
There
halt
we
beside it, crashes open the
I'm gonna
door.
run out to the other side of the bus, like the front side, and just start keep opening fire.
Alright, give me a attack roll. Just for massive.
23.
Everywhere your bolts hit, 2, 3 fall, but more and more and more. You seem to.
So that's like 15 bullets or 20?
Yeah, half of the magazine.
Yes, 20.
As you seem to have attracted a goodly amount of creatures, the kids pile out, just full on sprinting for the ship, and he just grabs one, chucks them in. Like, get in.
Like their luggage. Go,
Yeah.
go!
As the bus driver gets in, he looks at you, he's like, there's not much space left, are you getting on or what?
Go, go, go.
Okay, we get on.
You get on, and it starts lifting off, it's like, good. Where's the other two?
What are the two? Oh.
You two.
We gotta go back for him.
Yeah, we have to.
You look below you, and the sea becomes just a mass. The bus disappears under the force of.
It's okay, we'll set up interstellar communication.
So did we get the other
come back
adult
for
that
you.
was with us?
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone's on board.
Yeah, everybody managed to get on board because you only had one failure.
They can hack their comms.
As it takes off and the guns fall silent, what are we going to do for the other two?
You need to drop me and Freedy off, like, outside of
We
town.
want to be on the.
Can you just drop us off over there?
Like, over by the dam. Over by the
I feel
dam.
like parachuting.
'Cause that's like 70 miles away.
70 miles?
Landing.
Yeah,
May I make a suggestion?
yeah,
Did we? What is this something you wanted to discuss with us beforehand?
Like wings.
probably not.
Well,
70
shit.
miles.
Never mind then.
I
Nice.
probably would have because I know that I'm going to be coming back.
Ugud,
So we
the
did.
scooter itself might be tall enough for a drop off with this size. You weren't kidding when you said small. But I wouldn't want you to stay there any time. In insurance to the ambassador, were they attracted with the ship off even? I was like, now I mention it. Yeah, we were running bare bones. We powered down. Basically using it as a tent. Then those things.
How'd they know they were there?
See, that's the question. This is the hive mind mentality. If it's something like the flood, then there's a grave mind who is controlling all his little minions
being
and saying,
directed.
"There's a thing over there. Go that way."
That means there's gonna be less over by you. Because all the
Yeah.
hordes over here.
No.
Hopefully.
Assuming there's a dark
We were just-
overlord.
Trying to get in contact with the group and
We just need to firebomb
never
the city
got-
when we're done.
That's probably the best choice.
Honestly, unfortunately.
I mean, we could probably make the jump with us. It'd be really cramped right now, but
How long would it take to get back?
close the station with Interstellar. 4 days.
Let's do it.
Well, first you can reach out and make contact
We don't have
Yeah.
to
We
scramble.
don't have interstellar communications.
Yeah, we don't.
outside of the planet.
We have to be outside the electromagnetic field. That's way bigger than the planet.
Yeah.
The ship itself does not have interstellar communications
Also, that's a problem.
because it is for delivering ambassadors to embassies, not a warship. It is way too small for it.
We need to buy ourselves a
You
warship.
need like a cruiser before you have that kind of communication possibilities.
Derek, we need a ship like
Cruiser.
Star Lords.
The ship is smaller than this house.
Oh, jeez.
It is tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's a shuttle.
You weren't kidding.
It's a very fancy shuttle. It's a shuttle.
Probably smaller than just the basement by itself.
After the engine room, maybe not. After all the bits and
Yeah,
pieces.
but it can only fit like 20 kids.
It's jam-packed with everything you need to survive for long periods of
That's
time
true.
in the middle of nowhere.
The living space is that big. The entire shuttle is smaller than the house. And there's only so much, there's only so many people that can handle maintaining life for so long.
Yeah.
This has to be a grave mine. You're right, Derek.
That's what I'm saying. There has to be a centralized,
There has to be something in charge.
either mind flayers, grave mind, however it's working. Whether that thing in itself is alive or just controlling everything else, there is a center. There is a headquarters.
Yeah.
So do you guys wish
They're
to
too
be
intelligent.
hot dropped off, or do you wish to hightail it out system?
Honestly, I think it's better if we get dropped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get
Me and
dropped off.
Freedy can make it the rest of the way.
I have a shield! It's only 2 people.
I don't know
Carry
how
me,
you're
you're
going
stealthier.
to go in our general direction.
I can stealth
You'd be
better
dropped
than
off
her
at the school.
while carrying her.
Yeah, we're grappling hooking between buildings, so I don't know where you guys are gonna go.
Yeah, drop off at the school. 'cause
We'll
we
drop
left a
off
whole
at the
bunch of
school.
We dropped
Right.
off. We left a whole bunch of adults there, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
You left.
Drop off like a little ways
About-
from the school
well,
so
yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah,
go on the
we don't want to
board.
be directly there.
He goes over and lands and touches down on the helipad of the hospital, which is clear.
Nice.
All right, be quick. We don't want to draw any more of
Okay, in
those
4 days,
things.
come back over here.
As soon
4
as you
days.
You said it could be 4 days.
4 days there and back. 4 days each way.
Okay, so we have to survive 8 days.
8
Yeah.
days.
can. We can do that.
We can do that.
And if
And we don't know any of this. We're just.
Yeah. Well, we're off to go get weapons.
We're
We'll try to
the
bring
populace.
bigger
we're
back.
being epic.
we'll try to bring
Viva la
back the bigger ship.
revolution!
No promises. We'll do our
Revolution
best.
against what?
It might take a little bit longer. Probably more
And
than
also,
like 10.
also, word the military that we need to firebomb the city.
They're not gonna like that.
With this kind of people here, we don't want it spreading.
Yeah.
Have them send a detailed report and
Yeah, spend.
suggest
Yeah.
firebombing.
After evacuation.
After total evacuation,
Yes.
Nuke it.
consider
Pretty much.
firebombing.
Yeah.
Firebombing would be better
To
than
end
nuking.
plague.
Consider firebombing to end plague.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm watching my own belly jiggle on the camera.
Okay. As he dusts off and he waves goodbye, you see a small group of the
Something you can cut down.
cursed.
Here, I'm putting your camera in prison.
Nice.
Shit! I'm in prison!
Mine.
Help me! You see a small group of the cursed gather around the hospital, but are pretty easily dispatched from range.
I think I'm gonna wait and let them disperse before
Okay.
even getting out of the hospital.
Yeah.
See if you can find medical supplies.
That would
That's a
be.
good idea.
Yeah, let's do that too.
Yeah.
Make yourselves useful. I'm just kidding. You are useful.
Give me a survival roll.
You got an entire school bus.
Him and me.
One of you.
One of.
Give me a survival
I
roll.
got a 14.
Okay.
Looking around, the hospital's been pretty well picked through. You probably think it's from the people who are right next door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Duh.
Thanks, Sense. Congrats.
It was worth a check though.
Yeah.
Underneath the bed.
You find like ibuprofen,
Nice.
Could be helpful.
something to stop headaches, anti-headache.
If we take a
Medicine.
shit ton of them at
A few
once,
needles.
maybe we can prevent ourselves from turning by dying.
If I start to get eaten by these things, I'm totally taking a needle.
Just have a cyanide pill or two.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's better than being
I've got
eaten.
caffeine
The
tablets.
stealth crew, you are starting to
Don't think that
approach.
works.
You're
Take
starting
off.
to approach the mall.
Would I have better stealth than Freedy even if I was carrying Freedy?
My stealth. I have +1 dexterity.
They have heavy armor.
My stealth is plus
Yeah, I believe
6.
you have disadvantage due to heavy armor.
Would he
I
still
don't
have
have heavy armor.
disadvantage?
You'd have
Sorry, no.
Would he still have disadvantage with because if he was carrying Freedy rather than
Yeah.
Freedy walking on their own?
Well, the real
I
problem
mean,
is
it's the armor that gives
the
the
sound
disadvantage.
the armor makes. It's not the person.
Yeah, her shield is very crackly and opaque. It's bright and visible. If it's heavy
Turn off
armor.
your shield.
God
I
damn
don't
And
think it's
turn off
heavy.
your
It's
shield.
medium.
Oh, it's a medium?
It's medium?
Depending on
What?
which...
For clerics, it's
Oh,
medium.
you have medium. Never mind.
Cleric is
What
medium.
armor is she wearing?
Medium.
Well,
Depending on what
most
it-
players get access to heavy armor as well.
It's based off of chainmail, isn't it?
I believe so.
Or chain shirt?
Well, whatever it is, you said I didn't
Chain
have
mail is heavy,
disadvantage.
chain shirt is medium.
He's right.
Whatever it was, you said I didn't have disadvantage on stealth checks. I know that much, and she would be wearing the same armor I would. Well,
Yeah.
same shield pack. So
Yeah.
if you're wearing a medium shield pack, I don't think you have disadvantage.
If it's the same as his, then you wouldn't have disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, I only have 12 strength, so to...
It's 14 plus dex up to 2. So I have 16, they have 15.
And I have 19.
I wouldn't be able to have
Yeah.
heavy armor. I wouldn't be able to have
He
heavy
has
armor.
freaking 21 in my campaign!
That's because I have my wisdom, my dex, and my con.
How? What are you?
I
a
am
bunny.
a beast folk monk, and because of my beast folk, I get to add my con to my armor class.
Sweet.
Jesus.
That's
So,
not broken at all.
I am an unarmored character with 21 AC.
Jesus.
Anyway,
So
you approach
great.
the
My
mall
version of the other
and,
campaign is a
But yeah, no,
beast
if he carries me, then no worries.
and you starting to
23 was
understand why it's a center for these things. You start hearing the sound of like this mumble of advertisements and a series of lights flash through. It's very showy. It's meant to be attention grabbing, and it has grabbed the attention of many of these cursed individuals.
Lovely.
So maybe that isn't a... No, it has to be. Or else how would they know to go to the ship?
I think it can be directed.
By what?
That is the question. I'm just thinking that it doesn't tend to direct them. Otherwise, the pockets of survivors probably would have been sought out and
If
killed.
it has, if they're causing problems with electromagnetic frequencies, it is possible that communications are given to them via other frequencies.
Can we tap into that?
Maybe.
I don't know with our current equipment. We've got radio earpieces.
Yeah, probably not.
Anyway, with the mall, you see a dearth of any other buildings, really. Next to the mall, across the street basically, in its own kind of center, surrounded by high-rises being single-story, is the police stronghold.
What do we actually know about the
And there is a
police
lot of
stronghold?
parking lots.
Yeah, it's a mall.
It's a mall. It's about 3 stories, the mall.
Dang, that's a big mall.
You're on top of a building that's about 20 stories.
The mall
Oh,
in
God.
Orem is only 2 stories.
Maybe once we get back to the military, I can hear
I've been in a mall that's 4
make
stories.
it better.
Dang.
There's big ass malls out there.
I need more cord.
Yeah, basically, it's a little bit out of reach for
Yeah, I
your
figured.
core. Since you said you were going by rooftop, which did make it so you avoided most hazards on the way.
Yeah.
When you get back to any military base,
What
we
do you
need
guys
to
want
mass
to do?
produce those.
So we're currently at...
I mean, at some point, I'm
It's
fine.
hard
You
to
two
remember
are at
on
the
our
school.
previous mission,
Oh,
you might
these
also
two.
consider giving
Oh,
them to
okay.
recon groups.
Yeah.
What do you
You
guys
need to
wish to
name
do?
Man, I grabbed them.
Well, most recon
Spider
groups
suit.
would probably have someone that can cast fly.
Maybe they'll have a smaller air compressor.
Or more efficient one.
Like magic based. Using a gust of wind.
Oh god. Quieter.
Let's be fair. Air compressors, unless they're actively compressing, are pretty quiet.
They are. Unless they're leaking. And
And
are
then you
already
have
kind of
another
compressed.
problem.
Well, yes.
And after firing, after you fire the compressor, there is a moment, bit of time where it goes.
Yeah, the sound that we all love in construction crews.
Usually you
God.
can get a little bit out
My boss
before it
once
has to
got
recharge.
a
So I could probably
really,
get like 2 or
really
3
quiet
shots before it
And I
has
kept
to recharge.
forgetting
It would take a
to
little
plug
bit
it in.
longer.
Because it didn't matter. Or,
Depends
like,
on
unplugged
what
it,
pressure
go to
you set it
lunch.
to. If you're
Like,
going,
I would
if you
come
go
back
for like
and be
full
working,
distance, about
and then
any
it would
shot.
just
Yeah.
Because it is a
Where
small
we'd be like,
compressor.
Yeah.
I basically
be like,
just
did you plug it back in? We're like,
you're propelling a hunk of
walked
steel
over and
with
unplugged. I
that's
plugged it in. It's like
grappling onto things. So it's not
That's
light.
it?
it had a little more than that, but it was like toned down. Instead of being like like you hear it from the entire
So you were
building,
at,
it was like if you
you
stood in the same
watching this mall
within
and
like
you
10 feet
see
of it, you could
At
notice
least
it instead of it being
two hordes of
background.
these
That's
creatures
impressive.
walking
It would sound
around.
more like white noise. Really
Does
loud
the
white
bridge
noise.
between the mall and the
It
compound
was
go over anything?
fantastic.
It goes over the main street, which
I've also seen
is
huge ones.
alive with
Like-
creatures.
Freaking
It's like it's
mounted in the back of trucks.
you know when ants carry things back to a nest.
Yeah.
It's a river,
Of them?
and it just seems every once in a while a group cuts off, wanders by the mall, and comes back, as if the attention's slightly diverted by it. But
So, if we get a big enough flashy light, we might be able to divert a lot of it.
Just push it closer to the sun.
Yeah, that's really
Do I have to
annoying.
explain how many? I don't know. I don't. You're more intelligent than I am. There's a lot of problems with that idea, and you know it.
Well, it works to firebomb the city.
And the planet.
Not wrong.
I mean, if we can do that with it seeming like an accident, not our
I don't think
fault.
these things can get into space though, so I don't think they can like go to other planets.
Well, that depends if something else accidentally takes them.
Well, the flood couldn't get into space, but they got so freaking intelligent from all the brains they consumed that they could fix any ship.
That's also an idea.
Could
they
they
could
get
also
them?
just infest working ships.
Could they get into?
That too.
Yeah.
Could they get into
But
a
for the
big
most
enough?
part, they fix broken
Think
ones.
these things can get into a big enough group to be able to fix a ship?
Possibly. That's the
Possibly.
problem. We can't let them off planet.
Yeah. No.
Or this will be like the whole point of the campaign,
This
just
will
to
be the
kill
this will
these
be the
things.
whole premise of Halo.
Yeah.
This will be Halo 2.
Good game. Good game.
It is
It's one of the best of the Halos.
I agree. But I don't like how on co-op, if you're on Legendary, it automatically adds Mythicon.
Yup.
What's that do?
If either of you die, you're reset to the
Oh.
last checkpoint.
Ugh,
What?
it's so
Yeah.
annoying.
God.
All the other Halos don't have Mythicon by default, but Halo 2 does.
So are we sitting here chatting or into that stash?
But we need to find a way to get there
You can.
without
Roof
dropping
access.
me down.
I'm assuming there's roof access.
The buildings around it are too tall to.
No. Like the one that we're on has a roof access.
Oh yeah.
We take the roof access down to a lower floor, break a window, grapple over.
There is a significant amount of parking lot between you and the thing too.
Yeah, there's probably more than
It is.
Can you go
These
around
two
it?
are isolated.
Can you go around it through buildings?
The police center is also isolated.
Yeah, they're both isolated.
So we go down to the main floor.
The
and
police
what?
center seems intentionally isolated. The mall was unintentionally isolated.
We cannot cross that road.
Is the road actually between us?
It
That
is
police
between
station?
you and it curves around in front of the police station. The police station seems to be pretty well not interesting to them, but the mall is, and it seems like the quickest way to the police station is by the mall cross section to the station.
Can they go around? Like, if
They didn't have mall cops; they had cops guarding the mall.
if this is the mall, and this is the building they're in, and this is the police station, can they go like this?
There
No.
is a road
Because the police station is
full
isolated,
of.
and the mall is isolated.
There's a road running right across, full
Yeah.
of.
So even if they go to a building over here, they can't get from this building to this building?
Parking lot.
There is
So
a massive gap.
The road that is
so like
full
a State Street
is
or
like
a,
right
It is.
here.
It is the main street.
Okay.
It is like the lifeblood
we
of the
cannot
town.
grapple across.
So the road that's full
You
of the
can't shoot
dead,
your way
the
through it.
cursed, is
Yep.
like curving right here between the police station and the mall.
Mhm.
So we can get to the mall. The mall you said was 3 stories. We can
Could
grapple
you
up
wait
that.
to see if it
No,
ever dispersed
Mall's
like
out of
at
range.
night?
There's too many parking lots in the way.
We walk up. That's the only answer I can see.
You have to get to the mall
Walk over to
before you
the
can get
mall,
underneath.
We're
I know.
probably gonna get killed.
Well, how
Could
many
you
are in
wait
the parking
and-
lot?
Because we are both snipers.
I know.
Could you wait
Well,
and see if
You're a
the
sniper. Yeah.
could
I
you
know.
wait and see if it ever dispersed like at night?
It won't.
Could.
They're
but
equally
that will
active.
cut our visibility substantially as well.
Yeah, but if they're not active at night, then you can cross the road at night.
Andrew, we asked this question. They're equally active.
Yeah, they're the same.
Whatever is controlling them has no need for rest.
Probably undead.
Or just the great.
Brave
Great mind
mind.
doesn't have to sleep.
And these are cursed, so they're not quite human.
Well, they weren't human in the first place.
That's true.
Most of them, anyway.
Hey, there sounds like there's 2 in there that are human.
Couple.
But if we... Can we see any movement in the parking lot between us and the mall if we were to walk across it?
There's some, but it's intermittent. Very intermittent.
Is there any cover to hide behind on the way to the mall?
There is... The parking lot of the mall is not empty. It does
Oh.
have...
Actually,
So
It
that
does
might
have
be.
a good amount of cars
You
parked.
could use some pretty good stealth to get up to the mall using the cars.
or I could quietly shoot them. They didn't respond to the members being killed, did they? As far as we're aware.
Your gun still has a visible thing that happens, yes?
But it's not going to attract more attention than the flashing lights of the mall.
He has a fair point.
But also what I'm saying is all of these things are in a big enough group to see all movement.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is fair.
Most of the ones you killed... Most of the ones you killed, were solo.
Yes.
So you wouldn't know if killing them in a group would attract attention in the group.
You got a flashbang? I can hella distract a lot of them and draw them
That
all in
would
one
grab
place.
a lot of attention. You can throw flashbangs to 60 feet.
Off the top of a building?
It would explode
There's
in the air.
updrafts, and it would explode in the air before it hit the ground.
I mean, if the point was to draw their attention to one point in space, that's less of a concern if it explodes in the air. Still draws the same amount of attention. It's a giant flash of light.
Better than a flashbang. He pulls out his flare gun. This will draw all of their attention. And he looks at the road of what looks to be ants.
Is there
All of it.
is there
Because it's
any
not normal.
is there any
He
way
found this out already.
Derek can do that and you guys sneak through and then Derek just repels away?
Hey,
Well-
remember that movie where they formed like a ladder of undead over the wall of Jerusalem?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking like he's going from building to building. They'd have to follow him from building to building, and they couldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Depends upon how quickly they're moving. They speed up in groups.
Yeah.
So it's possible that their base movement in such a massive group is 60.
Possible it's
Yeah,
much
but they can't
higher.
jump from
It's
building to
also-
building.
That we know.
If you're long jumps, my friend.
But
They
long
don't
jumps
seem
is
to
about
be-
your strength, not your movement.
Yeah,
Well, you have to get a running start.
and these things look
It's
Yeah,
really,
you have to move 10 feet, and then
and these
it's only
things look
based on
really
strength.
feeble. Remember?
individually.
It's true.
They seem to be able to use more of their own personal capacities in the hive mind state of a group. So,
That's the best plan we got.
well, my plan would be sneak across the parking lot.
I'm being generous letting you play with them, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're not in communication with them.
Yeah, but for something this big, I should probably be quiet.
It's fine.
Quiet.
You're just taking the spot of the scout,
Okay.
throwing out random ideas.
That
Besides
flare,
his flare
is there
gun.
any way you can set up the flare to fire once you're already in the parking lot?
Maybe.
If we have any
If we
sort
can-
of string, we can trigger it remotely.
That'd be a really freaking long
We
string.
wouldn't have the flare gun anymore.
We want the flare gun.
You could go back for it.
With the way that they seem to act, they seem to, once they arrive at a spot, unless told otherwise, they seem to stay, as far as I'm aware. 'Cause we were told the embassy would remain overrun. It was implied that the embassy would remain overrun.
Is the flare gun electronic or mechanical?
Mechanical.
That's what I figured.
It is a survivalist item out of the survival kit of the first ship. There would be something similar in the other embassy's ship. It is literally
Can we
just a
take
flag.
that with us?
No.
No, when we get off the ship. It's
no.
a little late for that.
Yeah,
It's late for that.
late.
And it's also the best.
It's also metagaming.
It's very much metagaming.
Yeah.
And the ambassador would say no. That's part of the survival kit. I'm not letting you have that.
How far is it from the building we're on to the mall?
From the base of the building or the top of the building?
From the base.
From the base of the building. How big are parking lots usually?
Depends on
Couple
how big the
hundred
mall is.
100 feet. That's
I mean, if it's in all directions, yeah.
That's through the parking lot.
There's only one way I can see through this.
And I pull out the cloaking device.
You want to run across the parking lot, float. Use the flashbang. Actually, at that point, we could just use the bridge
if we
over
shoot
them.
the flare originally, and then cloak, and then run.
Across the street that they're in.
Probably across the parking lot, not across the street.
Well, then what are you gonna do when you get to the street?
We want to get to the mall. The mall has a connecting bridge to the police station.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Him or me?
Him.
Cool. I'm assuming no advantage. I should stop
6.
asking.
6. There's groups walking around the parking lot.
Yeah.
Is there any pattern to it? We've been watching for at least a couple minutes. Maybe, maybe not.
You can give me an intelligence check.
Would that be
Okay,
nature?
straight intelligence, or
Within
That
1
would actually be
minute,
survival.
within 1 minute,
Survival.
normal people can travel 600 feet. I can
Survival.
travel 900 feet in a minute.
11.
When they travel around the parking lot, they are mostly in concentrated groups, and there are significant gaps between these. They're almost like a patrol, but not quite that formalized.
Definitely grave mind.
That's why we shoot the flare gun to draw the attention, and then we go invisible and run.
Can you run?
I'm assuming the flare
across
gun's
the whole
like a
thing in a
normal
minute?
flare gun, leaves an initial trail.
He said
Oh,
a few
yes.
hundred feet. Normal people can do 600. That's why we shoot it, run away from where we shot it, and then run inwards. We don't
We're
just
on
run
top of a
straight
building.
inwards. No, we go down to the bottom.
Oh, okay. I missed that part of the plan. I mean,
Sounds like the best plan you guys got.
Yeah.
we got 3 shots, right?
The question is, how do you get back out?
We'll have to figure
We
that out.
blasted.
Because you won't have the cloaking, and you'll still have the flare gun, but you won't have the cloaking.
We'll still have the
Go a
flare
long
gun.
way around.
So it's very possible that if we see the ship returning, if we end up not being able to leave, we still have a flare gun.
Well, also remember, this is like building leveling power that's in that building. We can anti-aircraft our way out of the city.
In the police station? Police
No.
arsenal? No.
No,
There's
but...
guns.
The police arsenal can break a siege.
Oh, cool.
They cannot destroy a building.
Ah, unfortunate.
But
Well-
in the military arsenal, who knows what's in there?
I mean, if at the military arsenal, though, we can take more people.
If it's SWAT, sometimes they do have a lot of heavier explosives.
It's a lot harder to level a building than you think.
It's true.
And usually you need
Unless you hit
tertiary
it just
explosives.
right.
So those are the most powerful, which means you need primary explosives and secondary explosives to set them off.
Yeah.
Like dynamite and the blasting cap. And buildings are pretty sturdy.
Yeah, so they don't fall down. It's like the primary goal.
Whoa, really?
Buildings progressed.
Remember, this is a third
the
world,
base
so...
depends on. Honestly, it depends on the building.
Okay.
It depends on what the purpose of the building is.
And the building has a
I
damage
think, I
threshold.
think our best plan is just
Well,
to
yes.
shoot the flare out
a really
in a
high
direction that
damage
we're
threshold.
not, run almost directly away from where we shot it, and then run inwards. Towards the mall.
Could you do all that in a minute?
Oh yeah. Especially if they were already farther away.
Unless it's like the movies and you trip.
Because I can go a lot faster than they can.
Theoretically. As far as we're aware.
I can bonus action dash. I can go a
That's
lot
right.
faster than you.
You realize I could do that too if I needed to.
Yeah.
If I found it necessary.
Yeah.
It'd just require an additional 6 seconds for me to do it.
Yeah.
So I'd be 30 feet behind you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I'd prefer not to.
We don't want you to waste your spells.
Expendious retreat.
Exactly.
Expedious. Expedious.
Yeah,
Expedious.
Experience! Expedious retreat.
Asparagus.
Asparagus retreat.
Asparagus retreat.
It's like a hotel for asparagus. So what's your plan?
I think we're going to get to the base of this skyscraper first.
Yeah.
You trek down the stairs. Staircase after staircase after staircase.
There's no elevator?
There's an elevator, but
It's loud.
That's fair.
Theoretically.
the scout seems to avoid elevators.
Yeah, I would too.
It's
They ding
reasonable.
on every level. When you get to the end, it's just bing, and you open up the doors, and there's 4 of them waiting for you. It's horrible. Trust me. Don't want to do that.
4 or 40?
I was lucky. 4. You get to the bottom and the connecting parking lot as you crouch behind one of the shrubbery used for decoration. You see a group of about 20 pass by. They walk on around the bend. 1 minute passes. 2 minute passes. Pass. Minutes pass. And with the 5th minute comes a different group. One of them members seems to trail behind and stagger around a little bit more, but still follow.
Like the Indians.
So if they're 5 minutes apart, then in theory, we could just wait 2.5 minutes, fire it, and then run straight towards them all.
That would
Yeah.
be my plan. Do you want to risk it no cloak, or do you want to still cloak?
Cloaking would probably still be good.
You could wait.
We only have 3 charges. I don't know if there's more inside their building.
Probably not the
Let's only
police.
cloak if we need it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Alright,
say.
reasonable.
Okay. A couple more minutes pass.
What if he just
a
said
group-
no? What if
What?
he just said no to your plan?
What?
The guy's just like, instead of saying okay, he's just like, no.
He seems to be following your lead as you guys are the trained military personnel.
He just says no.
No. That's unacceptable.
Another group passes.
Derek will kill you. if
A
you
minute
say no.
afterwards. 2 minutes.
I'm gonna fire the flare gun and start running.
Alright. It flies out several hundred feet before stopping and burning slowly down.
Yeah.
As you book it across the parking lot, you see part of the group that was about 2 minutes away turn around and off kilter a little bit to your run as he shot it a little bit behind you.
Yeah.
So that he's running like that and you're running that way. You book it off, get to the side, scramble up the side. You're now on top of the building as you
You
turn
need your
around
cloaking.
and watch as the stream diverts and the parking lot becomes just a sea of cursed.
Yep, figured that.
Now how do you get back?
We'll figure that out. We'll get there when we get there.
You are now on top of the mall.
Okay, we need to find a way inside so we can cross the bridge.
I thought the bridge was on the roof.
Unless the bridge is on the roof.
The bridge is on the 2nd story.
Okay, so we need to get down.
Are
I
they?
assume there's roof access. I've seen from miles away.
There is indeed roof access.
If a mall didn't have roof access, something would be wrong.
There's also a big center skylight.
Do not walk on
Go
it.
over the center skylight.
What? Come on! That sounds like fun.
So,
You just hear moaning from around the mall
so
now.
we should head down the roof access. If only we had even like mild explosives, we could blow the bridge behind us. We don't have mild explosives. A grenade ain't gonna do it.
All right,
You've got 2?
give me a stealth roll, you
Two
two.
grenades ain't gonna do it. Come on, don't roll me a 2 this time.
15.
In the box.
25.
Oh yeah.
I rolled perfectly average, 10.
Is this a party check?
Alright.
Please be a party check.
For those punches.
Okay, you live.
They're already distracted. So
You set down the stairs. At the bottom, you see some of the curse mingling to the bottom floor. They don't seem to have come up yet, and the top floor seems relatively quiet. Looking around, you see some shops for like.
Is there a gun store?
There's not a gun store. There is a
Bully
game
next
store.
door.
There is a game store. There is like
I pulled him away from the game store.
there's like some stupid, stupid like kid toy stuff. There is a what
Jake's
would be
obsessed with claw machines.
what looks to be some
But it's a claw machine.
underwear
He did that when
stores
we were at the store.
and other.
Jake, it's
One looks to be
Go,
like hair.
He won 3 stuffed animals for playing claw machines.
Can we
Oh,
see
sure.
the entrance to the bridge?
What did you spend?
Not from
Tried
here,
the
but
claw
as you
machines
walk
like 6 or
by,
7
there
times,
is
you got
a
3 stuffed
map
animals.
with a
That's pretty
"You
good.
are here" dot on it.
Yeah. Like, can we see it? Is it an entire level, or is there a hole in the middle of the skylight?
There's a hole in the middle of the level.
Because from there
From-
we want to see if we can see the bridge.
You're on like an overhanging balcony, so it's not really visible from where you are, but there is the map pointing out where it is.
Yeah.
So you
Right,
would
so
be able
it's
to find it
beneath us?
easily. It is 1 floor down.
You want to grapple?
That's probably the best option at this point.
And the balcony is stacked on top of each other?
They are.
Swinging motions.
Don't have to swim.
They're stacked like right on top of each other.
So you're gonna use the grapple to go down the floor?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a tools check. So, intelligence.
Did we consider proficient?
Okay, grappling hook. I just made one.
He's relatively new to using it.
19.
Okay. As you all quietly get down to the second floor, there's not. You see on the far end of the hall one stagger around.
Combat knife him.
As you disconnect your line and it flings off and dangles, just barely missing a pipe underneath you.
Oh shit.
As you
That would've hit the
reel it
pipe.
back in. There is, you see, close to where that one straggler is a archway with like, it says police above it, and it's the connection.
In
to
our
the
bridge,
bridge.
there's no doors or anything?
The doors are open.
Is there anything near us that would resemble like a pipe or a piece of metal or something like that that we could get without making a lot of noise?
And give me a investigation check.
Investigation is also one of my good skills. That's not great. 13.
There is a knick-knack shop close by, and it has like those show knives in it, but that's about it.
Not gonna work.
You also have a belt knife.
You have a combat knife. I've got a combat knife.
You're going to stake the door with knives? Like, at that point, that's our
That's
best
not what I thought you were
option.
doing.
What do you mean?
Because you can't. Knives aren't going to be good enough to hold the door from the center. If you were to stake the door closed with the knives, it might work.
I mean, you think they're mechanical or do you think they're electrical? They're electrical, we hack the system. They're mechanical, we break the system.
They're probably mechanical.
Then it shouldn't be that hard. There's a motor attached. We cut power to the motor without cutting
But
a fuel line.
the doors themselves will still be able to open.
With enough
Do you
force.
think they know how to open doors?
What kind of doors
Enough of
are
them,
these?
yeah.
What kind of doors are these?
The doors to the hallway, they are like, you know those school doors that have a central pillar
Uh-huh.
to it? They're like that. Purely mechanical.
Yeah. So they don't have a motor, but sticking them closed might work. Assuming we can drive our knives through concrete.
They also probably have a lock.
Yeah, they definitely lock.
The ones in the schools that I went to
You got thieves'
have
tools,
their
right?
own stakes that would go into the ground from the door. You locked them.
Like a cargo container?
No, like
You're never leaving
there
this
were
school
like
again.
preset holes in the
What you
ground.
guys doing?
Little metal
Making
holes.
me fall
and you,
asleep.
when you
while they're
locked
going.
them, then
Oh, you got your excitement.
I know. It's been fun so far.
Well, I'd like to quietly walk towards the doors. You said there was one between us?
Yes.
Sneak up on them and slit his throat.
Is its eyes glowing? Are its eyes open, actually?
They are not, and it seems to be separated.
I take it out stealthily?
Actually, I think he should.
Give me a stealth check then.
I don't think either of us are better with knives.
But you have sneak attack.
I do have sneak attack.
It doesn't
that
seem
is a
to
fair
notice your presence.
He has sneak attack. He can do like 3d6 more
It
damage.
doesn't matter. It only has like 2 hit points. If that.
That's fair.
So you sneak up behind it and use a knife. How do you use the knife?
Does it have
I'm
an
holding
obvious...
my action. If he fails to kill it, I'm throwing my knife at it.
If you miss, you're gonna
Does
hit
it have a
him.
what?
I don't care. That'll be vengeance for them.
I'm assuming you already understand the best way to, like...
Slip up behind it, jab it in the neck.
Yeah.
Give me
Actually,
a
jab it
damage roll.
right here in the soft spot, right on the.
On. That's what I mean by neck.
It's 1d4 plus dex.
just damage?
Yep.
Okay.
You already did to see if it
I
noticed
see.
it.
6.
6.
Catch it before it falls.
Well, I'm assuming I'm catching
Yeah.
it as it falls.
Yeah.
You take care of it, no problem. They don't seem to be too much of a threat.
They're not
to
like-
seagulls.
They're not like
That is not
bees,
fair.
where if you kill one, all the rest of them come for you.
Please don't inspire a hive mind like that.
I might make that one of my campaigns.
You are
Fuck you.
you are at the gates of the bridge.
So we need to head into the bridge, attempt to lock the door behind us.
Is that allowed? If we can close the doors more quietly, that'd be better.
Oh yeah, we want to
Also,
close the doors quiet.
I'm assuming there's doors on the other side of it, too? On the other side of the bridge, right?
Probably.
Lock both ends.
Is this
As
like
you
one
walk
of
through,
those?
it seems to be designed to be able to
Is this like
barricade
one of
from
those?
the police side.
No, it's a lot less than that.
It's not too much trouble to lock the doors.
I figured.
Now unlocking them might be the problem.
They close. As you close and turn, basically a turning bolt to secure the doors. Boom.
Oh, really? Okay, it is decently quiet.
I mean, it's like it's not that loud.
Yeah,
Not louder than the signs in the mall.
The signs are very much louder than that. You look out the windows of the bridge and you can see the flares approaching the ground, and there's just a mass underneath it of clawing, enraged-looking cursed. The sound doesn't quite reach you, but you feel like just a bass rumble. You continue down across the bridge into the police center, and you come to a basically small holding area for transition room, just to keep track of people while they move to more permanent areas. It's
Basically a holding cell.
you look out the doors, and the the warehouses full of the police supplies are just
Yeah.
across a short lot.
Holy shells aren't made to be entertaining.
Between you and there
Nothing
is
about jail, sorry.
a single pack of stationary first
In the police station?
in the lot between the police station and the garage. The garages. They look like domed bunkers almost.
I'm guessing the garage is where all the weapons are.
That seems to be where the stockpiles are. They don't seem to be responding to the flare.
We shoot them with the flare?
No.
And then they all chase one guy?
But the one with it stuck in his head?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how flares work.
See, my concern is the fact that these ones seem controlled. These ones are a direct influence instead of a more passive.
Do me a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Real good.
19 plus perception, it would be 23.
Looking into the group of them, you see a very battered car in the middle, still with its lights on. Apparently, looking over, you can see that these are it's probably parked at a charging station, and they are all clustered around it.
Are they facing it?
Good portion of them are. The couple are on the outliers, just taking a look around.
So they're actively charging a car?
No, it was being charged. And then all this shit went south.
Oh.
So, the lights on the car are still on.
The windows are shreds, they're torn to shreds, and have many, like, stains around the glass.
Blood?
Yep. So, there's a group ahead that are all looking at the car.
Could you grenade the
Looking at
car?
it. No.
That'd be really dumb.
Yeah. I'm glad you figured that out.
Trying to think of a plan here, guys.
Well,
You're not here! Don't worry about it!
we have discussed the possibility of wireless hacking.
We have.
Could I hack into the car's systems and cut power?
Or drive it away and make them follow
It
it.
would be,
Cut power.
due to the
Driving
distance
away
and
from
the
the
interruption, and the interruption between it would be very difficult to, if possible, maybe.
Do you
Can I
see
offer
what,
him
20?
assistance on that particular hack?
Yep.
Awesome.
So what is the rule? So it's just advantage with a high DC?
It would be a hacking.
Well, is it just advantage with a high DC?
Go good.
Nope.
What's the
Nope.
roll?
15.
As you hack into it, what was the original goal of it? It was to
Cut power. Completely cut power.
Please tell me there's a power surge.
it.
Car alarm goes off.
That would at least help, because that would probably blow the bulbs.
As
It
you
blows, but it would
watch.
cause some other noises.
This is gonna
No.
take more.
Wee- cop-
Sirens
Sirens went
trigger
off.
off.
Okay, let's go by. Right now. Before
You
anything
can
else
always
shifts.
try hacking
As
something twice.
they converge and just beat on the car and start.
Now would be a
The
good time
attention
for floating.
seems to be distracted to it for a little bit at least.
Is it?
Do
So,
we know
are
where
they
the
on the...
military compound is?
It's much further in the city. This is about a third of the way. The military would be almost to the center.
The compound they want us to get the weapons from.
No, that's right across this little.
Yeah. Well, should be right.
So this is all the lower class weapons.
This is-
not the laser.
This is the
Not the ground
This is
level
like the local class of weapons.
That's what the police
So,
would be
like-
armed with.
So ballistics.
So like ballistic
Yep.
weapons, ballistic armor,
That would
and
be good.
armored trucks.
That would be exceptional.
The
Up to a point.
armored high horsepower trucks.
They
Still.
aren't supposed to go quickly. They're supposed
So
to
think
keep
SWAT
going.
gear. Like advanced SWAT gear is what
Yeah.
they'd have here. The military compound, it's unknown what's currently in it.
What do we need to know? It's a military compound.
There's aliens there.
So as this alarm is going
56.
off, so the car alarm is going off. What do? You have a minute.
How far away
they
are the
seem-
warehouses?
They are just about 100 feet.
And are the zombies directly around the warehouse?
No, they are around this car.
They're beating
How
the
far
crap
is the
out of
car
this
from the
police car.
warehouse?
The car from the warehouse, it's like directly in the middle between.
Okay, so it's 50 feet from us and 50 feet from the warehouse.
It's not ideal.
But the zombies are currently all looking to be distracted. You're not sure how much longer until another group might be.
There's no easy way to get over there.
Cloak it.
You gotta close.
I wanna. I'm
Either
going to
that or
try
I can try to
running.
jump out the window, grapple to the warehouse, and swing it.
No, I'm just gonna
Do
try.
it!
I'm gonna try.
Do
running.
It's a little bit far for that.
Yeah, I don't think I can jump 40 feet.
And that's to the warehouse gates. The warehouse is like multiple warehouses on the
It'd
street.
be so epic
What I'd
though.
like to do is run, and if any of them seem to stop paying attention to the car and start looking in my direction, cloak.
Okay. You start running.
I'll do the same.
If I can
You
save
two
the,
start running.
the cloak, I'd rather save the cloak.
What's your stealth bonus?
+5.
What's your stealth bonus?
Mine's only 6.
Your footsteps are nothing compared to the squealing of that alarm as the car is abused as you. You're at the gates, and as you look back, another couple of groups have churned off to look and investigate this horrid noise. And you're able to slip through
Oh,
the
God.
open gates of the compound.
Okay.
You have You have 6 warehouses. 3 on the right, 2 on the left.
Run in, grab everything that looks useful, and then run.
Why don't you put it in a car and take the car out of there?
Are there cars in this area?
Yeah, he
with
said
the
there were armored
warehouses?
cars.
Are they inside the warehouse or no?
Which warehouse are you going? There's 3 on the left and 3 on the right.
Which ones have the cars?
You don't know?
Do any of
Didn't
them
we see
seem
the
particularly?
You saw a patrol car in the lot next to the
How do we
station.
know there were armored cars?
Because he told
that's
you.
what the person
Oh.
at the school said.
Right.
That there's probably armored cars there.
Second on the right? You agree?
Roll for it.
There's
flip,
6 of them.
flip a coin.
You want to roll 1d6?
We don't necessarily have to go to the same one either.
Don't split
Do
up.
you want to split up? We have 500 feet. How close are the warehouses to each other, and how big the warehouse is?
They are only like 10 feet apart.
Oh.
But they're rather large.
Do you think the 500 feet would fit from center to center?
From corner to corner.
Corner to corner?
From like 500 feet's a lot.
Yeah, it's a decent amount.
Alright, so which one are you going to first?
I'm going second on the right. You want to go third on the right?
Sure.
You go first on the right?
She's not there.
No.
No,
The ranger.
I'll go.
Scout. Guy.
Alright.
I'll go third.
As you run into the third one on the right, you run into a building full of wooden crates. Looking,
Guns.
there is labels for sizes of different caliber, and along one
Oh,
right-hand
nice.
wall is just guns and guns and guns.
I'm going to grab a few automatic weapons because I know I can't carry much, and the proper caliber of bullets.
There would
Grab
also
one crate.
I'm imagining crate, not crate.
Yeah, I know.
crate. It's
Okay.
like a crate.
I could probably
for
carry a crate. I can carry like 115 pounds.
each one would probably carry about 20,000 rounds.
How much do they weigh?
About 25 pounds each, if
Oh,
not
that's
more.
pretty good.
Carry one of those and a couple
So I'll
of
take a
weapons.
crate and it's like 5 or 6 of the guns.
Alright.
Probably. Actually,
No, it's hard because they're awkward
Yeah.
shapes.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna carry like 6 guns in a crate and head back out.
Alright. What's in number 2?
It isn't PUBG movie.
In number 2, as you open up the door,
So child.
there are a series of lockers, and and as you run up to them, they're locked. The lockers.
I've got a question.
Locked lockers as opposed to unlockers.
Would my gun
That
be
would
able
be
to
key.
disintegrate metal?
turn it to dust to some degree.
I think it's only organic matter.
Necrotic
You don't know,
doesn't
you've never
affect
tempted it
metal
before.
Usually.
It didn't explode ever, did it? Even when it
Not yet.
Even when it hit the side of the ship, it didn't go kaboom. All right, I would like to blast the lock on one of them.
I make an attack roll.
You think I can miss?
Yeah.
18.
There's always a chance for a
do some
critical
damage.
one.
Do some damage. All right.
If there was
First
a
time I've had to roll
5%
damage
chance to succeed anything you thought of, wouldn't it be amazing?
15.
Necrotic damage dealt by certain undead, and dispels such as chill touch withers matter and even the soul.
Also matter.
Yep.
So
I thought it was just organic.
as you hit it,
I forgot where it was,
starts
but it's right there.
to crust and rust, but doesn't quite break through it.
I do it again. It didn't make a lot of noise. It wasn't. It wasn't more noisy than shooting the.
No, your gun's very quiet.
All right. 15 with 6.
All right, with the second shot, you're able to and break away as the rusted metal gives way. And inside it, you see the gearing for a SWAT trooper. It's body armor, riot gear, and
Give
then
that to
a
me.
helmet with
Do it!
3 lenses and a large shield.
I want the helmet.
I'll open another one for you.
Well, it's like a headgear with 3 lenses.
Yes.
Dude,
And there was
imagine
a
me
patch
wearing
with the
that.
name. And, I don't know.
Would that increase your armor class?
I don't care about the name.
I mean, if not more than a shield. It's
So
Would
my
it
armor class would go
increase
to
my
21.
chance? Would it give me an extra hit if my shield fell?
it would be a different sort of armor.
Would it give me an extra hit after
I
my
can't-
shield fell if I wore that?
It'd be replacing a shield. It's a different type of armor.
Do I think it'd be better against the cursed?
It might be, but it might be better. It's not quite your size.
Alright, I'm gonna grab the headgear, and you said there was, besides the armor, there was the headgear and
Like a riot shield.
a riot shield.
Would that be nice? No, I like my
Grabbing the
plasma shield better.
headgear, you recognize it as night vision goggles.
Okay,
Like I said, I want him.
can I repeat the process on
Yeah.
2 more? That's just...
After a couple minutes, the scout walks in and is like, first space armored trucks.
Awesome, I found night vision goggles.
Those will be useful. And
Creative ammunition with
Also,
guns
do you got
on them.
personal shield? Or no?
Yeah.
What about civilians?
civilians have nothing.
We should grab some of the, how many of them were... Was I only able to get 3 of them?
Also have a duffel bag.
Oh, nice.
A couple duffel bags, actually.
Pulls out like 3 bags. So, how many lockers would I have been able to get open before he came in?
Just a couple more.
Okay. Grab the body armor from those. I'm gonna open one more and...
You would each be able to grab 2 sets of body armor, like 2 lockers worth of stuff,
Okay.
5 guns, and a crate of ammo.
Awesome.
And that's about as much as you can carry.
Yeah.
Let's put it in an armored truck and leave.
What was in the other one? Didn't another guy go to a different one?
Yeah, he went to the first one. That's what he said. He said he found the armor
There were
trucks.
2 guys with you.
No,
No.
just one.
Just one. There was one guy with you and one guy with us. Think there'll be other stuff on the other side, or no? Same stuff?
Probably some more of the same. I bet this is one squad, the other's a different squad.
You could get more guns.
It'd be faster to have him lockpick the lockers.
He cracked it open a few.
Okay. Awesome.
Would it be helpful to get more guns?
I don't know how much more time we have. And looking back, there's no more flare.
Oh, okay.
And the soft siren sound has died out.
Yeah, from being beaten.
Yep. Yeah, I slowly open the door and poke my head out.
It's a warehouse and...
Well,
are the
those-
warehouse
Doors
doors open?
There's secondary doors.
There's regular doors.
there's
Oh,
human
Where are the
doors.
warehouse doors open? Okay.
Oh no. They wouldn't have left those open, otherwise we'd be able to see the armored trucks, lockers, and the guns.
Mhm.
Just from standing.
You went.
Do you
opened
think you have time to
normal
grab
doors.
more guns? Because 6 might not be enough.
Oh, we got...
That's all we're getting.
5 each is what they can grab.
No.
So,
So,
you got
15?
15 guns.
15 guns.
And ammo
6
to suffice.
6 suits.
Yes, and 6 suits of armor and 6 pairs of night vision goggles
6 riot shields.
I want one of those.
and 6 riot
And
shields.
sitting on one of the helmets.
I'm putting on one too. I'm keeping this headgear.
As it's still daylight, it
Well, I'm not like
Yes.
setting it. I'm just making sure that I have
You
it.
have to
with
flip
me.
through like a thermal and a ultraviolet setting.
Ooh. Anything?
Do the cursed appear on the thermal?
They do.
That's what
They
I
are
thought.
living.
That's fantastic.
I'm going to keep a thermal.
And as you
thermal
flip
lens
and
on
look
the
at-
camera, so
There's a gathering of thermal heading towards you.
we need to get out of
Shit.
here
Yep.
now.
Yep. Let's go.
Second flare?
Yeah, probably.
I wanna
Okay.
drive.
As he launches over flare, a few divert, but more are still coming from the source. They've reckoned where you are.
Yep.
As you run towards the armored truck,
Please tell me you left one running.
didn't need to correct. Opens the door and there's just keys in the ignition ready for just running out of the building.
Fantastic. I love
There's
military.
probably somebody kept on hand all the time with the truck. In the back is another small armory with another 5 guns and 2 sets of armor.
We'll grab that too.
As you jump in and crank it over, the
So you currently have 20 guns and 9 cents armor?
20 and 8.
Fantastic.
Just
The garage
keep
door
track.
opens to a swath of the cursed as the scout guns in. The raised.
What time of day is it?
It's getting to. It would be about 4 in the afternoon.
Just out of curiosity, could they see the flare from where they are? Okay.
It's 8 miles
The-
away.
Lights are pretty bright.
They're pretty bright. But he's also throwing it out over,
I
not
dropped your
straight
He's
up.
not going straight up. If he was going straight up,
The raised bed of the truck aiding in the crunching of bodies as you plow through them. The armored truck with excessive horsepower getting to getting to the mob as you race back towards the school to
shoot a couple
arm
for
and
fun?
armor those who can. The windows don't roll down and they are armored.
Awesome. I'm gonna
Yeah.
blast through them, but I'm not going to.
Don't do it.
Don't do
As
what?
you
I'm gonna
race
start.
off towards back to the school, we're
Yeah.
gonna end
Do not-
there. As you've both had your own little missions, and next session shall be very interesting.
Surviving 8 days in this hellscape.
As you guys
We just
are
leave
cli-
the city
walking
road
towards
and
the,
pass and-
Then they wouldn't know where we are.
as you guys are walking back towards
No, I
the
mean
school,
the
you hear.
place people
Yeah. Would you rather have that or freaking walls of Israel?
There.
They'll find us.
We have 1 flare left, they'll find us.
See a spaceship, we go pew.
Pew pew.
No, only 1 pew. Only 1 pew left.
Oh, true. You only have 1 flare left.
I mean, we could gather.
What
We
time
could get a
is it?
spare
It-
ship.
It's about 4. As
No, I mean like real life.
real life 11.
11:06.
Oh,
I noticed.
didn't even feel
You
like
hear the
11.
rumble of a large engine screech the halt inside the vacated bay where the
School bus.
school bus used to be. In front of you is a heavily armed truck. And piling out the back is 3 men with a lot of guns.
I'm not leaving the truck yet. I'm still sitting in the driver's seat.
I go close the door.
There is a lot of guns in the back of that truck.
Start divvying them out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll pick up here next session.
It's a question. Do we want to hit the military base before we hit up the main place? Or what do we want to do?
I think we just want to get out of here. Just survive the 8 days, get out of here, and then firebomb the rest of the place.
Well, we want to check out the embassy, see if we can.
So you had
It's not that I
I mean, so far, I'm hoping for another shield augment, or something like it, or gun augment that I can improve my gun with from the end of this mission.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be rewarded by the military.
Oh yeah, but getting a few extra things on the
Oh,
side
oh,
isn't
it's really
bad.
cool.
I
I
haven't
just
even
want-
gotten anything from either this one or the last one. Like,
You also
You can have night vision goggles.
don't. Oh, you want night vision goggles?
I don't think that would help.
Ooh, night vision. A spy? How did they know? Must know it's night vision goggles. Ooh, night vision.
That from Invader's Inn?
No.
That sounds like it. Anyway.
So both of you are given a pair out of the 8. So out of the 8, we gave up 4 of the night vision. I'm assuming the scout takes 1.
I can't
so
wear it
it's
because it's
3
armor. If I wear it, I lose my unarmored defense.
Does it count as armor, really?
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a
The
different
helmet
type of
counts
armor.
as armor.
Does it negate
Well,
my
the
shield?
night vision is solo. It's not part of the armor. It's
Okay, then I'll just
Yeah,
take
I'm just
the night
giving you
vision.
the night vision. I'm not taking the armor myself. I'm taking the night vision.
Yeah.
I'm
In thermal vision.
night, thermal.
So I hope you all enjoyed yourself tonight. Exciting times, even
Yeah,
if
it was fun.
you guys split the party.
I've got a
What do you
question.
expect us to do?
There were 2 major things we needed to do, and to do them faster, we had split the party.
We could have sent the kids off at night.
Yeah, what if they died? Especially what was going on with that ship.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They would have all died.
But how long had that been going on with the ship?
I don't know, and I don't care.
care.
I've got a question. Did the night vision goggles just increase my night vision from 60 to 120?
Yeah, they have 120 dark vision. That's
And thermal?
How far can thermal see?
120. It's 120 dark vision.
But if I like stand on top of the hill, can I like thermal an area?
It's 120 dark vision.
Fine.
I could get thermal too. Which is better than their vision.
God.
Helps you check if things are alive.
It also helps you check if anything is producing heat. Or consuming.
Something sucking up the heat? Is something producing too much heat? Is the engine overheating? Flick. Yup. Well, shit.
So what you guys think of that one? I know the last one was a little bit short. Do you think this one was good?
Yeah. Excellent.
It was a lot like the flood mixed with freaking the collector.
Yeah.
Honestly, not that intentional.
I got a grappling hook. No complaints.
I'm excited that in maybe like 3 more sessions we'll level
grenades
up.
out of it. Out of the suits of armor, there's no
Oh,
grenades.
are we doing milestone levels up?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we finish this mission, we'll level up.
Fantastic. And then
Depending
we
on how
get...
heroic you are.
And then I can say, hey military, I want this to be better. Can I have a smaller more powerful air compressor?
Or can I do it with magic?
And like more rope?
Magic is more expensive. I don't doubt they'll give you
Magic is
magic.
way more expensive. I
They'll
just
just
want
give
a
you a
mechanical
more
one.
effective air
Yeah.
compressor.
Because in
What's your
theory,
fortune?
these comm
You will
devices we
always
have,
be surrounded by happiness.
even in
That's
electromagnetic interference, have a range of 500 feet. And if we're using that to disable it, in theory, the grappling hook could have a range of 500 feet if you can throw a chunk of metal that far. That's the hard part, is throwing a chunk of metal that far.
The
The hard part's all the line that follows it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the weight of the line. Because there is some point that you can't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You understand.
At most, you could probably get 120 feet if you had a really powerful air compressor.
How much weight would that take up, though? That's the
And
next
the
question.
military probably has better things to use than steel cable force.
You guys
I
definitely
did
took an
read
interesting
that.
approach to the getting across the parking lot.
Pick the flare and run.
I'm like, yeah, that works. It's gonna cause trouble for them later, but it works.
Well, what do you think we were gonna do? Shoot them?
I don't know.
Just run.
You never can plan what your players are going to do.
It's true.
I plan for my players to not go into this creepy tree dungeon,
I didn't want to go into the creepy tree dungeon.
but one of my players was just like, I don't care, I can die whenever I want to, and just walked right in.
Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go into the creepy tree.
He's also crazy, to be fair.
Like, I didn't expect you to go in. I had something else planned if you didn't go into the tree dungeon.
Well, I'm sure you did.
Those ley lines would have been there either way.
But everything you did is something I expected you to do.
Every step of the way.
Those ley lines already had
increase
plans.
my
It's
night
something
vision
I
from
would
like
have done.
Those ley lines already
60
had
feet, I
plans.
think.
It was a plan when I built the world.
I would have done the same thing.
Fantastic.
Ley lines. Ley lines are fun to play with when conducting arcane
There's basically goggles of night. It's literally a D&D item, goggles of night, which are goggles of night vision.
Yeah.
Do these take up an attunement spot? Good.
The night vision goggles. They're not very useful during the day, but they're useful to keep on you.
Now we have to do everything at night, guys.
I mean,
You're not the only one with them.
What I could also do for my grappling hook, maybe, if I can convince the military to let me do it, is
oh
put
god.
like
FBI
tiny,
man listening, you hearing this?
tiny bits of contact explosives on the tip of a grappling hook that doesn't have a cable, and shoot that.
A harpoon. An explosive harpoon.
Except, yeah, without the cable.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
have
a
a few
harpoon.
heads, have a few that have just small contact explosives.
You want to
on the
have a
front.
crossbow, a pneumatic crossbow.
That, with the thermal goggles, we could see a gas
Explosive
tank blow up the gas tank.
pneumatic crossbow.
Yes, an explosive
pneumatic
pneumatic crossbow.
Alright.
Just add
What
magic.
could go wrong?
So much.
If I eventually just turn this grappling hook into my main weapon, it'll be a lot quieter.
I just imagined him with like a ripped apart backpack stitched around a little tiny air compressor. It's like,
Pretty much.
that's basically what your thing is, by the way. It's like a torn up school kid's backpack with like probably like Hello Kitty or something on it, wrapped around a tiny little red air compressor.
It's like a little winch motor so I can...
Yeah.
God. Yo, great.
It looks so weird.
Somebody, if
But we'll make it look better when we get
somebody
back
should
to
do some
Civilized.
concept art about that.
Or maybe I'll just keep it looking like this.
It's like, what is that hunk of junk? It's like, trust me, it's worth it.
I just kind of look out the window.
What are you guys?
Away!
I'm also going to see if they can get me boots that absorb at least a reasonable amount of impact, so I can just like swing and hit the side of a building.
I mean,
That would be
honestly,
slightly
like,
harder.
someone's like, what are you guys? Special operations. What do you guys do?
Everything.
Everything.
It's like the Australian Special Forces. They use swords.
What?
They can
Really?
cut bullets in half.
Why?
Because they're weird. They fight.
Alright.
They fight like the Australian country. So
They fight.
Touche.
Sometimes they fight the natives.
Wow.
Those guys are cool.
And when you have to fight the natives, it is scary as hell. Because
I'll just be a Mirror's Edge person with a crossbow and a grappling hook. People are
it's
like,
not a sniper
"Oh, I can't
anymore.
make that jump.
You broke him. You
Well,
broke him, Zach.
I didn't even choose assassin. I chose mastermind.
Zach, you broke him.
I just gave him options. That's all.
More options. And honestly, an assassin is better if they're quiet. Laser rifles are not quiet.
They have impact sound.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're hard to track where you shot from because there's no like beam of light going back to them.
Yeah.
They just go because they explode in contact.
does that
If
mean
you can
my
make
weapon is
small-
quieter, but it's easier to track back from where it shot
Yep.
from? Okay.
Yours leaves like a
I
dark
can
line.
turn this
Ah.
into a small crossbow that
Oh,
just
shit.
has, that I can use a grappling hook with. Then I can kill people with a crossbow instead. That's much quieter.
Just get like 2 crossbows and Derek's running around with 2 crossbows.
It's just a
Both
crossbow.
shooting explosive bolts.
I'll just turn this
Well,
into a crossbow.
I've
with
now
a
taken
grappling
up
hook
the,
attachment on the bottom. Just
How to unlock doors is shoot them. Routine. So
You need to rogue when you just blast the lock open.
just take like a standard high-powered crossbow and basically weld this thing onto the bottom.
I think it's funny that's the thing he's most excited about of anything else is like, I got a jumped together pneumatic crossbow.
And not the night vision.
The night vision's pretty good.
But
Oh,
night
I
vision's
like
cool.
The crossbow. I didn't make the night vision. I was like, I don't know how to do this. Hey, robotics man!
RoboCop.
What was that thing
Then
you
I
said
wouldn't
could be
even
an
need to shoot a
invocation?
grappling hook head
What?
with contact.
There was something you said about.
Oh, you wanted a long range dark vision scope?
Because then it could pierce something as it explodes, which could cause like gas tanks to blow. Which
Honestly,
could
if
be
I could
useful.
get it, to be able, if I could do the devil sight with it, that'd be fantastic. Or I could just take devil sight. Give me 120 feet of through anything darkness.
That'd work too.
Or you could get the thing that lets you read any language.
I'd rather, well, if I could get the devil scope,
Well,
that'd
it's
be
read
better.
right. Doesn't even say language.
That includes
talk
like
about
thieves can't.
Yeah,
What it wants
anything
to
is
be.
written. Assuming it has a meaning.
Well, I mean, the only thing about the, if I attach it to my rifle is then I have to have the rifle out to be able to use it. So it limits it a little bit more. I can't really point a gun through random bits of darkness that just appear, because then I'm threatening somebody that just summoned darkness.
I mean, if
Reticle?
somebody uses darkness, kind of already is a kind of thing where you go, what in the world's going on?
Well, if I'm close enough that they're casting darkness over me and themselves, I don't want to be.
Darkness is really useful for more than short range.
What part is it? It's only like 60 feet, isn't it?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, but if you go darkness in a corridor, then run past the corridor.
That's true.
Or if you darkness like an alley or a street. that
Darkness
keeps-
in alleyway. It's the most sketch thing ever. That's where you
Grab
get
the Batman's
brains,
parents.
man.
Darkness. No.
Alright, well, I'm probably gonna end the stream here. We'll
Because
see
we
you
all know
next time.
Freebie isn't doing anything
And as
with the
always,
D&D anymore.
salute in the dark, or walk